Meet Margaret Drent.
How do you like my costume, Bob? I'm Gruyere.
Well, you smell great, Margaret. But here's your question. What's wrong with your air conditioner when you hear this sound?
Oh, that's a toughie. Are you sure you don't want me to tell you the suggested retail price of a box of rice-a-roni?
5 seconds, Margaret.
Is it a compressor motor starter failure?
That's right, Margaret. And if you call the coolness experts at Bueller Air Conditioning, we can fix that faulty AC to make sure that you are cool.
It's surprisingly stuffy inside a giant cheese.
You signed the waiver, Margaret.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Hacker here. You know, there was a time when negative comments on social media about my weight just faded into the background. I got so used to seeing them. However, in just 5 weeks, everything has taken a 180. I now notice comments about my weight again because they're completely different. Thanks to dropping a whopping 40 pounds already with Awaken 180. People are noticing and rooting me on. It feels absolutely incredible. I'm diving back into clothes I haven't worn in 15 years, turning back time while losing 5 pounds a week, thanks to Awaken 180 weight loss. I have a whole new outlook on life. I've been down other weight loss roads before, but nothing compares to this. The shift from not noticing the negative to embracing the positive has been profound. So what are you waiting for? Join me on this transformation with Awaken 180. Call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Imagine waking up this time next week and being 100% debt-free. No credit cards, no car loan, no personal loan. Hey, it's Prosser here, and Loan Pronto's Equity Express line of credit can make that happen. Homeowners are turning their home equity into cash almost instantly. With Loan Pronto's AI-based system, you can get approval in about 10 minutes with almost no documentation, no appraisal, and no hassle. You can get hundreds of thousands of dollars out of your home. Use that money to pay off all your other loans. The average homeowner saves over $850 a month doing this. Listen, your home value's way up. You can use that to wipe out all those credit cards, get some money for a home improvement. Literally, hundreds of thousands are at your fingertips, and approval is just minutes away. So call now, 904-999-1508, 904-999-1508. That's loanpronto.com at 904-999-1508. NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, equal housing lender.
If you're ready to upgrade your home's backyard living appeal and just need some design inspiration, let the experts at Art of Natural Stone make your outdoor living perfect. Known for summer kitchens, pergolas, pavers, patios, and pool decks using all natural stone. All the custom elements you need for a first-class professional design, and they do installation. Open to the public on Phillips Highway and on Beach Boulevard. Find ideas online at artofnaturalstone.com.
Hidden Hills Golf Club invites you to come out and experience one of the most beautiful and unique golf courses in North Florida. Affordable golf, friendly service, and great times in the Hills Grill after play. Book your tee time, hiddenhillsgc.com.
The station that covers the Jaguars day in and day out. WJXL AM and FM, Jacksonville Beach. This is 1010XL, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hamlin escapes late race drama in Richmond. This is the Monday morning race recap presented by Sunoco. From NASCAR to your car, Sunoco Fuel helps you reach peak performance.
Kyle Larson brings his Chevy in. Ford tires, Sunoco Racing Fuel.
From fueling NASCAR champions on the track for over 20 years to innovating 94 octane, the highest octane on the market. Performance is what Sunoco does. All Sunoco fuel at the pump meets the same top-tier standards as the fuel used in NASCAR.
You stop here for Ryan Blaney, 4 tires with Sunoco fuel.
From the track to your tank, you can trust Sunoco to help your vehicle perform at its peak.
Martin Truex Jr. dominated the final stage of last night's Toyota Owners 400 at the Richmond Raceway, including leading a race-high 228 laps, until a late race caution flag with 2 laps to go sent all the leaders to pit road. Denny Hamlin came out with the race lead and was able to stay out front over the 2-lap overtime finish to claim the victory, his second of the season.
Well, I've had the best pit crew all year long, so I loved our chances. I mean, I certainly, we stole one for Martin there. He was the deserving race winner. But man, you give these pit crews an opportunity, and this is what it's all about: is you got to have your whole team put together. And man, they just killed it today.
Behind Hamlin at the finish was Joey Logano in second, Kyle Larson third, Truex ended up fourth, while Chase Elliott completed the top 5. The NASCAR Cup Series heads back to Virginia this weekend with the running of the Cookout 400 at the half-mile Martinsville Speedway. That's the Monday morning race recap presented by Sunoco. I'm Kyle Rickey on the Motor Racing Network.
The All-Pro Roofing phone line protects you from boring radio.
Hello?
What are you doing here?
I don't know.
Listen for great phone interviews all day on the All-Pro Roofing phone line.
The calls have been pouring in.
On 1010XL.
Hacker here. You know, there was a time when negative comments on social media about my weight just faded into the background. I got so used to seeing them. However, in just 5 weeks, everything has taken a 180. I now notice comments about my weight again because they're completely different. Thanks to dropping a whopping 40 pounds already with Awaken 180. People are noticing and rooting me on. It feels absolutely incredible. I'm diving back into clothes I haven't worn in 15 years, turning back time while losing 5 pounds a week, thanks to Awaken 180 weight loss. I have a whole new outlook on life. I've been down other weight loss roads before, but nothing compares to this. The shift from not noticing the negative to embracing the positive has been profound. So what are you waiting for? Join me on this transformation with Awaken 180. Call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, this is Stevie Beechurst of Beechurst Plumbing. Growing up in Jacksonville, I was always proud when my dad would point at a building and say, I did the plumbing for that. That's the same kind of pride we instill in every plumber here at Beechurst Plumbing. And that's the kind of pride you can expect when you hire Beechurst Plumbing for your home or business. Right now, we're doing New Year's specials to get your project going. To find out how we can help you, visit beechurstplumbing.com. BETROS plumbing.com. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
QC Kinetics announces the arrival of National Medical Director Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, an acclaimed orthopedic surgeon with 2 decades of experience and extensive research in regenerative medicine.
I was one of the first orthopedic surgeons to do it, and at the same time I integrated clinical research that's resulted in several publications that are really directing the future of regenerative medicine. I was drawn to QC Kinetics after I reviewed their protocols, and everything they were doing is consistent with my own approach.
Today, Dr. Scheinkup leads the entire team of medical professionals at QC Kinetics, taking this exciting medical breakthrough to a whole new level.
What we are doing at QC Kinetics is transforming lives.
Get lasting joint pain relief. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
This is the future of medicine.
Call QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal. Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth. Rise and shine, Googans. Go time on a Tuesday morning. Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. It's a Caitlin Truck Accessories Tuesday, perhaps. Well, if you tuned in for the Caitlin Clark show last night, see, that's what we've been talking about.
That's a bad shit show, man.
That's a bad girl, boy. So Steph, wasn't it? It's almost more Trey. Kind of heaves it a little bit more Trey Youngish, but like good Trey.
wanted that 10th one to fall for her.
She just hits different, man. And she's fantastic with the rest of her teammates, right? She gets them easy buckets.
She had some passes that was just as pretty as the jumpers.
Yeah, if you tuned in for the Caitlin Clark show last night, she did what the GOATs do, buddy. She didn't disappoint. What'd she end up with? Like 39, 41 points?
41. Put some respect on her name.
41 points and just dominant, man. Just hit daggers. Whenever LSU would get close, dagger. Man, I'm not embellishing. Like 30-footers, bro, with a girl on her. You're like, no. Wow, good shot. I mean, just bombs. Just another record now, by the way. Your D1 leader in points per game. 3-pointers made in tournament history. Just silly how she played last night. And LSU, I guess they tell me it's a pretty good team, E.T.
And they might be.
Yeah, they might be. I tell you what, though, the key to that women's dominance, let's talk difference between men's and women's basketball, right? Certainly it's a different game, right? See, that's part of the point here. There's no need to compare. I mean, men's basketball and women's basketball is a completely different game. And as I watch, if you got a women's team with an elite player like Caitlin Clark, you're better off being an outside player. It just gets jammed up and clunky in the lane. I think that's what drives me away from women's basketball. Like Angel Reese is the best player for the other team. She was 1 for 10 in the second half. I'm watching like one of the best players in the country just throwing the ball up from all kinds of angles, not even hitting the rim sometimes. And it's not on her. It's just a claw. Do you feel me, though?
No, I do. It's better to be an outside player than that inside.
It's better to have a team that relies on that outside player who's especially smooth and skilled, because I don't care how good you are. That ball goes into that lane in the women's game, buddy, and it just clogs down a lot of the time. Like when Purdue throws it into Zach Edey, it's a different deal, right? The game can go through him, and he can either dish it back outside or be a lot more successful in just like a turn and shoot. But that because they play so close to the ground, they can't maneuver inside without space like their counterparts. But man, if you tuned in for the Caitlin Clark show, you were not disappointed. She could not have shown up for her sport any better than. By the way, they scored 94. She had 41 points. She also had 12 assists. See,
like 7 rebounds.
I think she may have led college basketball in scoring and assists this year, by the way. We haven't even talked about that part. But fantastic last night. I mean, big, hard, contested 28, 30-footers. I mean, they're showing these. This isn't like, that's a 30-footer. No, bro, 30 feet. And so, really, in a weird way, it's like, okay, that was a tournament for me. But you'll keep watching this Caitlin Clark phenomenon, and it'll be interesting to see how it carries over from here. But certainly rich storylines for this women's basketball tournament, and that includes this this beast they thought was Slade. UConn's kind of like the Patriots, E.T. They went away for 4, 5, 6, 8 years here, but don't forget who they are now.
You're right back at it.
Right? Don't forget who they are. Oriama's like Brady or Belichick or one of those dudes. So, they beat your girl.
Juju.
Yeah, Juju.
She hitting 29.
Yeah, she gone. She
gone.
is. Yeah. Juju went bye-bye.
I like Juju, though.
Yeah, of course you do. What's not to like? But Caitlin, you can watch the Caitlin Clark show for another game. I guess that's what it means as much as anything. They're back to the Final Four, and what she's done for that community, that region, the relationship with that coach. She's an Iowa girl. Iowa's never been all that great in women's hoops. They've been to like one Final Four ever. Finally got back to the Final Four last year, where they famously lost in the title game to Angel Reese and LSU, and of course the interpretations of sportsmanship after that game, and now has charged all the way back. They avenged that loss from a year ago, and by the way, nobody's talking about the most dominant team in that sport, South Carolina, undefeated in a conference, by the way, that has LSU. So I said this, E.T., did I not say this as far back as December, January? Who's my favorite college basketball player in 2024?
Caitlin.
It's Caitlin. I've watched a ton of Caitlin Clark this year. If you're new to the party, that's what she does. That's what she does. I feel like we went through some of the wheel bets yesterday. By the way, brunch with the tour today. We're just a week away from the Masters. We'll preview this week's PGA Tour stop. We will update the money board. Did I gain any ground this week, at least, or no?
No.
No?
We didn't switch positions at all.
What about, though, in the overall? Did I have more? Did I pick up any? No.
No.
Y'all had more money than I did.
No. I think either you or Dan had the most money, but nobody cracked the million.
I don't want to be. Yeah, I don't. I got to make progress. Is all I'm saying. I
know
I did
a little bit.
I know I didn't jump out of last, but I guess who I got in my back pocket for the Masters?
Scotty.
Yeah, Scotty Scheffler. I got to make sure I don't mess around and somehow go into third place this week. I don't think I can. I'm probably too far. Although I'm probably within $1 million or so of the tour by now. No.
Yeah, because I think you were at about 4.9. He might be at like 5.5 or something like that.
Okay, so you just got to get out of last and avoid that wheel. Trust me, because I got the wheel coming. We started throwing around some options yesterday. I didn't write them down. I let the boys write them down. I'm sure they'll come up with something. Yeah.
Here we go.
Need a swig of coffee after that giggle in there. Not the giggler. Suddenly I'm doing the show with the giggler, ladies and gentlemen.
I love my white uncle.
That's Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday, you bet. Anyway, you got me off track in there with your giggle monster. By the way, I got Mike Norvell and Billy Napier we're going to get into next segment a little bit. Spring is sprung. Each program had scrimmages in the last over the weekend, and both coaches have commented. So we're going to dive into a little bit of that college football when we come back on the other side. A stupid April Fool's Day joke yesterday, I guess, got a few people. We stayed away from the April Fools just about entirely yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
I mean, there's some fun things you can do with April Fools that don't involve an actual prank that day, but like to kind of recall and remember some of the great ones from the past, or at least some of the ones from the past. But they were still out there. They still try and get you, especially on social media. That's probably the new biggest canvas for April Fool's pranks, isn't it, E? Social media.
Yeah.
Right, people put stuff out. Well, we had one of those yesterday that I spotted it immediately as a fake. If you are, say you're just like scrolling through Google, E, and through their Google Sports, and they're linking stuff from just any and all directions, right? And then you come across what looks like a legitimate social media post with quotes from real, followers of that topic or sport or whatever it is. But in this case, if you're like me and you're all over ESPN and CBS Sports and all of these other outlets throughout the day, and you see something like that, it's bogus because you would have seen it somewhere, that's legitimate. But there was one of those yesterday that bombed. I'll tell you about that. When we craft a little college football talk coming back on the other side. But as to the wheel, which again will be assimilated here by the boys, assembled, I should say. Unless you want to make yourself actually become part of the wheel. But anyway, vocabulary doesn't matter so much. 6:14. 6:14, exactly. I feel like Hicken has spun the wheel, though, E.
For sure.
I feel like he spun the wheel. I feel like he's in the middle of a wheel spin right now, I guess is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Like Hicken spun the wheel 4 days ago. Mets don't win a game all year.
Oh, dear.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. As I span the baseball horizon from last night, again, another nice job by your Marlins.
Yeah, I know, man.
The Fish lose again at home. They've opened with 5 straight home losses. The Angels got them yesterday. My man Ronnie Washington's got them turned around after he called a team meeting after the first 2 games. They were 0-2. My man Ron Washington said, no. I've been around this Braves too, London. What are y'all doing? The Angels have responded, at least in a brief burst. They've won a couple in a row. Mike Trout homered twice last night. And the Marlins go down. Braves, a winner again yesterday. They shut out the White Sox 9-0, 3 hitters spun by Charlie Morton and a couple of relievers. Austin Riley hit his first homer of the game, and the Braves are just mashing the baseball. They set offensive records a year ago. They've had 9 or double-digit runs in 3 of their 4 games. They're 3-1 now. They'll play at Chicago again tonight. Just keep scrolling down to the Mets. The Mets pitcher, Sean Manaea, had a no-hitter into the 6th inning. He left after 6 scoreless and 1 hit allowed. Problem is, the Mets only had 5 total, and the Tigers beat the Mets last night. The Tigers, that's right, the Detroit Tigers are 4-0, ladies and gentlemen. Their manager, by the way, is A.J. Finch. You know who that is? He's the dude who was the manager of the Astros, who got kind of, A.J. Hinch, I should say. What did I say? Finch. Anyway, A.J. Hinch is their manager. He was the manager of the Astros in one of their titles, and then through the cheating scandal, lost his job. He's landed in Detroit. Don't look now, the Tigers are 4-0. But back to Hicken's wheel spin. 5 in the 10th for Detroit last night. 5 in the 10th. Oof. Scoreless through 9. The Mets hitting has just been disastrous. And so they went into extra innings. The Tigers scored 5. They beat the Mets 5-0 in the Dan Hicken wheel spin of maybe perhaps metaphoric quality is certainly going on. It's the worst. You wait all year for baseball. You know how much he loves baseball. By the way, please interpret none of this as pity. Okay? This ain't pity. Baseball season. It's baseball war, man. Yeah, nuh-uh. Hey, Detroit, beat him again tonight. Beat him again. Somebody, who's next? Beat him again.
Y'all go up soon, right?
Let me see him 3-20. Go get him, baseball. The Hick was saying, I guess, a couple, 3 series from now. The Braves have opened the season on the road. They took 2 out of 3 at Philly. They've won game 1 at Chicago, so certainly a good, solid start. Pitching's been pretty good. The bats are pretty hot for this time of year, and so there's all that. All right, the latest from the mock draft front. Again, the pattern continues. And spring updates from both Gainesville and Tallahassee when we return. And an April Fool's joke that's just stop. Be better. Do better or don't do it. That's next. It's Cal and Chuck Accessories Tuesday on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
And now, the starting lineup.
The Drill mornings. Jaguars today, 10 to noon. Helmets and heels. Noon to 2. XL primetime, 2 to 4. The Frangie Show, 4 to 6. Into the night with Rick Ballou and Hacker After Dark. Evenings on 1010XL.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Hicken here. The Borland Groover Foundation proudly presents the annual March to Get Screened 5K race and 1 mile fun run. Sunday, April 14th. The race starts at 7 a.m. under the Fuller Warren Bridge. Their mission, raise awareness about colorectal cancer and related deaths. All proceeds benefit the Borland Groover Foundation. It's a nonprofit organization devoted to building a healthy and equitable community that is free from colon cancer. Visit BorlandGrooverFoundation.com for more.
An
At Hodges Mazda, we are proud of our solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. Lauren Brooks here. As your hometown Mazda dealer, our high customer service standards and our huge inventory of new and used cars provide our customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Our professional, non-commissioned sales team puts your best interest first without exception. And every vehicle purchased from Hodges Mazda comes with 2 years free maintenance. Visit Hodges Mazda today or shop online at HodgesMazda.com and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
When you get nachos, tacos, empanadas, spicy queso with jalapenos, Pepto-Bismol's there. Pepto-Bismol provides fast, effective relief from nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, and diarrhea. All the things that can happen unexpectedly on vacation. So before you travel, pack the Pepto. Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Osprey fans, today is Giving Day at the University of North Florida. From athletics to scholarships, lend your support today. No gift is too small. Swoop and support the Ospreys. Visit givingday.unf.edu or call 904-620-1672.
The best there is, the best that was, and the best there ever will be. 1010XL.
When it's time for the March Mania brackets to bust wide open. As I was saying, it's mad. The Mania of March at BetUS.com is all about those buzzer beat bonus offers. And when the madness starts and Cinderella man steps onto the BetUS always has your back with back-to-back 125% sign-up bonuses on your first 3 deposits and even 10% gambler's insurance. BetUS.com Sportsbook and Casino, where the game... Join today. BetUS Sportsbook and Casino, where the game begins.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Ready for a heating and air company that's just as local as your favorite coffee shop? That's Bold City Heating and Air. Jacksonville grown, family owned and operated, and not bought out by the out-of-town big guys. And with transparent pricing, you'll know the costs up front with options to choose from, backed by Bold City's satisfaction guarantee. And rest assured, Bold City Techs will treat your home with white glove service. You can be comfortable today. Visit boldcityac.com.
Have you been dreaming of enhancing your living space with top-quality custom windows and doors? Well, now's the 30-day spring sale with Renewal by Anderson. Save $300 on every window, $825 on all patio doors. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. This offer expires April 30th and restrictions apply. Renewal by Anderson, a better way to a better window. Visit rbafla.com.
License number CGC 1527613.
For the greenest, luscious lawn on the block, choose the local legends, Roundtree Sod. Don't just settle for ordinary. Let Roundtree Sod deliver you a picture-perfect lawn. To get a free estimate, call 7414-SOD. 7414-SOD.
We're in Florida, and pest problems are persistent. Want them gone? Mission accomplished with Mission Pest Solutions. Veteran and locally owned and operated, Mission Pest will blow your mind with their communication and response time for all your pest, termite, and mosquito needs. Text or call 904-944-PEST. You'll speak directly with the owners. Mention 1010XL when you call 944-PEST. You'll get 25% off your initial pest or termite protection service. Mission accomplished with Mission Pest Solutions.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, more on this swing and a miss on April Fool's Day story. I guess that's all, quote unquote. First, though, this is terrible news from South Florida, and you always, how do I say this? It's like you don't want to die on April Fool's.
Man, I was saying the same thing.
This better not be an April Fool. I mean, you hope that even as crass as the society and cold and unfeeling as we can be, we don't make jokes about, things like that. and I can't really recall April Fool's jokes, saying someone is passed or anything like that. But when I saw that Vontae Davis was found dead at just age 35, you remember the weird story with Davis? Remember
retiring at halftime?
Retired at halftime. My man just walked off. I'm out of here, man.
Yeah, you know what? No, this ain't for me.
He gone. And so they say no foul play is what they think. I guess the assistant to the home down in South Florida. Vontae Davis was a first-round pick of the Dolphins.
Illinois?
Yeah, he played at Illinois. And so, just 35 years old. Hadn't been that long ago. They walked off the field at halftime, called it a career. Probably, 4 or 5 years maybe? Maybe a little longer. I mean, he played 6, 7, 8 years probably. So, Ronald Darby, really, really sad yesterday, found dead at the age of 35. The Caitlin Clark Show lives up to all its billing, and, man, she put on a show from outside. She was looked like Steph Curry out there. And her ability and her range is it hits different from anybody I've ever seen play the women's game. And much like Steph and Trae Young and some of these just stupid long-range sharpshooters, Dame, these folks get the ball up with people on them. Some of these pull-up, what's so impressive, some of these pull-up threes, in this case, Caitlin Clark last night, it's not she's pulling up from the logo. She's pulling up from the logo with a girl on her hip, man, in some cases. What about that one little step back one she had, during one of the runs? They're like on a fast break. She drives it into the lane, and then she's kind of lingering between the free throw line and the top of the key, and she says, okay, and just pops back about 2 feet, net. Ton of 9 threes, is that what it was,
9 threes,
yeah.
Yep.
And so she was worth the price of admission. Her team moves on, so another opportunity for the Caitlin Clark mania to spread. Overall, personally, as a sports fan, I mean, whatever. It's that ball gets in the lane. It's a tough watch. It's a tough watch, man. Women's game. And so Clark and to a degree some of these other superstars, quote unquote, right now in women's college basketball, they really show themselves when they have that good perimeter game. Like Angel Reese is one of the best players in the women's game. They say she was 1 for 10 in the second half and didn't look like skilled. To be honest, I haven't watched her all year. Certainly she is, particularly against her, her competition. And she had her moments yesterday. Do not get me wrong. That's unfair. She came out of the gate strong. Doing a lot.
And she was playing on a bum ankle second half.
That's fair, too. But 1 for 10 in the second half when needed, and it's just, hard watch. It can be a hard watch in the lane in that women's college basketball. But, anywho, and I want to remind you, too, E and I were talking about this in the break a little bit, E, and I don't think this is a fair, I don't know, aura to put on it. So I'm going to just say this to you 6 o'clockers up and listening here, 628 on the Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. You don't have a civic responsibility to watch and support women's sports.
For real.
That's for those girls' parents, right? You don't have that any more than you have a civic responsibility than to go to your local weekend Little League game and show up in 4,000 strong for the kids, for the support. I love sports, and I like it when people watch sports and like sports for whatever the reason is. And obviously, there are some draws to this women's tournament that haven't existed in the past, and certainly a lot more coverage. And I don't think this is a cynical opinion, it's an experienced one, realize that this tide will flow back out to the ocean when Caitlin Clark takes her skills, her extraordinary skills, to the WNBA. It just will. It is what it is. And one reason the women's game has never been covered like it has is because there hasn't been much competition, right? There's a long stretch there where UConn won all the time. If they didn't win, Tennessee did. But they've had this perfect storm now of high-profile, successful athletes, made deep runs in the tournament. The teams that are left in the tournament are the heavyweights. And so on to the Final Four for Caitlin Clark. Season ends for – and I will say, did you hear the LSU's head coach's comments after the game? Yeah.
Mulkey was talking about.
Yeah, she said, well, what did you tell Caitlin? I said, thank God you're leaving.
That's real.
Yeah, and then she went to say, I mean, she's fantastic. It's just another level. I mean,
that's real.
We couldn't guard her. We can't guard her. So thankfully, I won't have to ever play her again. And she's different, and that's what she said. I mean, and she's a coach of a team with some really good, talented players, right? And they got egos and stuff too. She sat right there next to him and told the world.
Yeah.
All right, so yesterday, I'm always getting, like people say, how do you prepare for the show, E.T.?
Mm-hmm.
At 24/7, boss. If I'm awake, I'm usually looking at something sports related. You know what I mean?
Same thing.
Yeah, so
it's just because we ain't on air do not mean we're not working.
I had to get up at 4:30 and have a big production meeting with a whiteboard and write down potential, interesting topics. And as I'm scrolling along yesterday, and again, this is evening time now, probably 8 o'clock last night. I'm not a big Google sports deal. I don't know. I was on Google for some reason. I'm scrolling along on the sports part, and there it is. Clemson, FSU to join Big Ten in 2025. I look down at the bottom, 16 hours ago. So what, this is like overnight, right? What's the date? So immediately I know it's not true. Immediately. Because I've been on ESPN. I've watched Sports Center. I certainly would be aware if FSU and Clemson had bolted for the Big Ten, but I thought to myself, this isn't cool. You know what I mean? That's just not cool. If an athlete wants to go on, like LeBron did one year, he went on April Fool's and said, I'm done for the year. I'll see you in the fall. Okay, if you want to do it yourself or something, but I just don't go making up. That's not a prank. Like anybody can do that at any time. That's just like, it's like a lazy lie, isn't it? Is it really an April Fool's joke if you put a column online that Clemson and FSU are going to the Big Ten, and then you fill up all the parameters about what the Big Ten has added and what they've lost, and then you fake a tweet from Pete Thamel, and maybe he changed a letter in there so that he avoid, get in trouble? I don't know. Can you just take something and say that some dude tweeted something that he didn't and put a tweet out? Or,
right.
But talked about the deal and it being finalized and all this stuff. And I'm thinking, man, Thamel, you're in on this? I know it's not true, you know what I mean? But I promise you there's some that aren't. There are people in this world this morning talking about, did you see FSU and Clemson went to the Big Ten? Then you get to the bottom. And then there's this paragraph, like highlighted, this is part of our April Fool's Day series, so I hope you took the parody and the, sarcasm. And it's, maybe put that first there, boss, before you write this dumb, unfunny, uninteresting story. Just an idea. You're gonna do it, make it, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, good. How about that? I know it's a crazy idea. Wonder how they're doing over there in the sweatshop. I mean, it's time to. I feel for those CBS Sport. They got about 100 of those interns, mock draft sweatshop over there somewhere in some humid Pacific location this morning, and it's the middle of the day over there, and those fans are whirring. The dust is underneath their barefoot. They do the show and tweet, in just like burlap trousers and barefooted. They just put them in front of a typewriter. Don't even give them a computer. Popping out 10, 12.
Get them out.
10, 12 an hour. Firing off. This guy, that guy. Dumbasso, you're up. But in this case, we went with the more accomplished friend of the program, friend of the network, Pete Prisco.
Petey.
So Petey put out his first mock draft, in the last 4 or 5 days. For the first time in NFL history, if it goes as Pete suggests, quarterbacks will be picked 1, 2, 3, 4 for the first time in the history of the league. Are you a little bit surprised this never happened before?
That is surprising.
Maybe
1, 2, 3,
a little.
4?
Yeah, just a little that it's never happened that it's called 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess it's called 1, 2, 3. In fact, I'm sure it has.
Yeah.
But Pete, in his first mock draft, a little later in the process, says, Caleb Williams 1, Jaden Daniels 2, J.J. McCarthy continues to be that fast riser at 3, in this case to the Patriots, and Drake May 4th to the Vikings, who have to trade up. By the way, this thought that I have, if you're the Cardinals, don't you just sit at 4 and take Marvin Harrison no matter what? Doesn't seem like
it's like unless something like it has to be worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, what I'm seeing is that almost everyone has somebody coming up to their spot at 4 to take a quarterback.
Then it must be worth it, whatever
So,
they're
yeah,
offering.
they're like, yeah, I don't, okay.
Like 2-3 first rounders.
Doesn't have to be Harrison. By the way, he goes pick number 5 right away to Jim Harbaugh, and that's interesting. Why? Ohio State, Michigan.
Oh.
Huh?
Mm.
Malik Neighbors, so a run on receivers. I'm curious to see who Arizona winds up with. Jared Verse, top 10 in pizza mock to the Bears. The Cardinals miss out on Rome Odunze. He goes 10, and then the Cardinals 11 after trading down, get Quinyon Mitchell, the cornerback that you see tagged to the Jags in a lot of mocks if he's still available. He seems to be settling in a little higher than 17 these days, doesn't he, E.T.? Quinyon Mitchell. Brock Bowers goes here in Pete's draft number 12 to the Broncos. Let's get into the Jags at 17. By the way, the picks just before, Terry and Arnold, the corner from Bama goes. Byron Murphy, the defensive tackle, goes. So what's Pete going to give us here? Arnold's gone. Quinyon Mitchell's gone. The receivers are gone. They would either be Brian Thomas or is it Adonai Mitchell? Is that how he says his name, the Georgia transfer?
I'm not sure.
Jags like him, I hear, too. He could easily be that pick, even with Brian Thomas on the board, by the way. And then you got what at corner? What's left? Nate Wiggins? Let's see what they got here. Pick 17 to the Jags, Brian Thomas Jr., the receiver from LSU. Again, that is one that makes sense. I don't know who they like more, Thomas or Mitchell from Texas. But certainly, Mitchell in this draft goes with the last pick to the Kansas City Chiefs. I do think you see Brian Thomas higher. Brian Thomas, I saw his pro comp would be T. Higgins, and I think we would all take that. So anyway, there's just a little bit more from mock draft land. All right, FSU and Florida both in the middle of their spring sessions. In fact, both had scrimmages recently. A lot of eyes on the quarterbacks with good reason. Mike Norvell so far has been a wizard in that transfer portal. He has done just fine, just good enough, and getting better with the high school recruiting, but he's added that sprinkling of veteran presence of dudes. You look at these mock drafts, those FSU players that are headed to the league through the mocks. They're all transfers. He's had a good eye for veteran talent, and he's done a good job of bringing them in. And so arrow most feels still pointing up, but what happened to FSU when Jordan Travis got hurt? Team changed.
Yeah.
Enter DJ Uiagalelei.
Nice.
Yeah. Who, if you're a rival and you're playing them, you call him DJ Throw It Away Way.
Uh-huh. Coined by none other than Jeff Ross.
Thank you. So good that Dan didn't believe me.
Right.
I thought I went to like the book of nicknames or something. So anyway, after their first scrimmage, here's Norvell on Uiagalelei.
I think DJ's done really well in grasping that. I think he's done really well, in his overall understanding. But now it's just a repetition, and he needed a day like today. And there were some really good moments. There were some, some plays where kind of, I'd say, resorted back to, maybe not the cleanest in his footwork or in his fundamentals, but like that's what today's all about.
It's a downgrade at quarterback from Travis to DJ. Don't misunderstand that. Well, what do you fashion around them? I'm a touch surprised, ET, that I see FSU as high as I do in the preseason. It seems like it could be kind of a bridge year to me, but I could be wrong. I would not have expected them to be an undefeated type team a year ago. But it's so much of it's going to have to do with the quarterback. Norvell overall says he likes what he sees from his new guys and gives his thoughts on their first spring scrimmage.
Thought it was a good opportunity for guys to see exactly where they are with no coaches, no extra assistants, having to go out there and communicate, operate, understand the play that you have, but also the details and the fundamentals. And for the most part, I thought the guys did a really good job of understanding the play. It was definitely, I thought it was a lot better than what I really expected. In the understanding of what to do, we've got to continue to improve on how to do it.
All right, in Gainesville, listen, this is what the birdies tell me. Take it for what it's worth. I don't think we're at, like, a critical mass stage yet with this. The early word is, again, from the spies, from the unreportable, from the you won't see it in newsprint category, that DJ Lagway a little underwhelmed with what he's seeing out of the Florida offense. The role he's been given.
Not a good time for that.
Just a little bit of that I'm hearing. Like, he went the scrimmage. They've just got him doing a lot of, like, power running. And I'm not positive that DJ Lagway is super excited with this start out of the gate. Now, he knows an awful lot about the Florida program. He spent a lot of time around it. He's stuck strong with his commitment the entire way. He certainly is viewed by all of us as the quarterback, of the future. More game management and what he was able to do on Saturday. Apparently, no media invited. Just what you hear from the coaches and other players. Here's Billy Napier on his early impressions of his 5-star. I mean, this guy has got to hit. This is the future, at least you would think. Here is Napier on DJ Lagway.
I think first of all, I would say he's impressed me with his ability to learn, retain information, and then he picks it up really quickly. And then his ability to take it from meeting room to walkthrough and then do it in a practice setting. Today was good for him, right? He had to play the situations as they arose throughout the scrimmage. I think the big next step for him is the game management piece.
All right. That being said, this is also pretty emphatic here after one spring scrimmage as to what the plan is going into the season. They're going to cultivate a role for DJ Lagway. I'm sure when it comes to game situations, if they get, positions where they can go to the backup earlier or more often maybe than other game situations, but make, no mistake. It's been pretty clear the message from Billy Napier when it comes to Graham Mertz.
Graham is in year 2. He's starting. You think about what Graham did last year, right? He moved to a different country and learned a new language, essentially, right? New group of people. Graham starts with a leadership presence and credibility, right? He starts in January. Essentially this is his team to some degree. And I think that's probably the big takeaway.
Focus on this is his team. And so we'll see here just what gets put into play. Napier said they want to take more downfield shots, be a more aggressive downfield with Mertz and with the offensive philosophy in total. Let's come back with some NFL news. It's a football fix, and it's next on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
The drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's VSIN Action Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Reynaldo Lopez on the mound for the Atlanta Braves today. A $2.18 favorite at the White Sox and Garrett Crochet. White Sox $1.80 underdog, 900 at Guaranteed Rate Field on Chicago's South Side. Zach Eflin on the mound for the Rays, $1.42 favorite at Tropicana Field against Andrew Heaney and the Rangers, plus 120, 6.5 under the total. NIT semifinals today, the Georgia Bulldogs, a 4.5-point dog against Seton Hall, 145.5 the total. Indiana State, a 3.5-point favorite over Utah in the other NIT semifinal coming up today, the total 163.5. Free betting splits data available for the next 2 weeks at vsin.com/split. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Hey there, Jacksonville. With scorching temperatures just around the corner, it's crucial to ensure your AC is blowing nice and cool. Duck Duck Air Conditioning is here to keep you comfortable all summer long. But don't wait until the heat gets here. Our service techs are ready right now to handle any cooling issues you may have at your home or business. Call Duck Duck AC today at 904-862-6769 to schedule. That's 904-862-6769. Duck Duck Air Conditioning. Online at duckduckac.com.
I'm Frank Frangie with the Nimnik Nugget. I love the college basketball tournament. I think there's more good players in college basketball than there has been in a long, long time. Why? Because they're staying because of NIL. There's a lot of players who would have tried the NBA or at least the G League, but now have stayed. I can't wait for the Final Four. I think it's going to be one of the best Final Fours we've had in a long time because there's Zach Edey and other players who ordinarily would be gone. Thanks to NIL, the good players are still in college basketball. I'm Frank Frangie for the Nimnik family of dealerships. Nimnik Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Frank Frangie here. They're committed to providing the best selection of Buicks and GMCs for you to choose from with a best price guarantee. Nimnik has been in business for over 81 years because they've been doing business the right way. Stop by Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway, just south of I-295, or shop online at nimnikbuickgmc.com. That's Nimnik, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
It's Taylor Dahl from Helmets and Heels. You know, I've got to tell you about an amazing experience I had recently. I'm moving, which most of you know can be a very stressful time. I had to get my carpets cleaned, so of course I called up Zero Res, and let me tell you, they did not disappoint. Zero Res came in and worked their magic, leaving my carpets looking brand new. If you want impeccable service and a great deal, it saved me time, made my move a bit easier, and was less than if I took that apartment cleaning fee. Zero Res, spelled backward or forwards, is the right way to clean.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now graduate making over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost are the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by May 23rd.
Best Bet is #1. That's right. Best Bet Jacksonville and Orange Park have one card poker, the fastest and easiest card game to learn and play. Play against a designated player, one card at a time, and the highest card wins even money. If the card values are the same, it's time for war. Just like the game you remember. You must be 18 years or older to play. More at bestbetjax.com. That's bestbetjax.com.
We are the champions. 1010XL.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Big Chief Tire has been Jacksonville's trusted tire expert for over 60 years. Frank Frangie here. The new season is upon us, and they are here to ensure your journeys are smooth and worry-free. Gear up for any travel by scheduling service at one of their 5 locations. From tire rotations to custom wheels and more, the experts at Big Chief are here to ensure your vehicle is ready. Visit the website at bigchieftire.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule an appointment today.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer. This is Keith Catlin for Catlin Truck Accessories, and we are so blessed to be in business for over 100 years. Over 100 years of the best product and customer service means you can count on Catlin. From roll-and lock bed covers to Lear toppers to cam locker toolboxes, Catlin Truck Accessories has you covered when it comes to your truck or van. We do those too. Got a fleet of vehicles? We can outfit them all.
Who can you count on Catlin?
One name, one location, 100 years. You can count on Catlin.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. Johns County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
By the way, we come back with a Shazam Spotlight. Well, we talked a little bit of baseball earlier, and I focused on 3 storylines. The Braves win. Poor Dan Hicken is, I guess, apparently spun the wheel, and it landed on the Mets aren't going to win a game this year. And the Marlins, just incredibly disappointing 0-5 start. So season over down in South Florida before it began. It was an old bit that we used to run, like, I don't know, from Family Guy or Simpsons. I think it was Family Guy. Opening day for the Mets. Home run, and the season's over. But there was, and it's time now for today's Shazam Spotlight. Hey, you 6 o'clockers, a lot of you out there in those trucks driving around town. Truck Guy here and Murray Ford. And the Murray Ford Superstores are your one-stop shop for the total customer-driven car buying experience. In this case, in many cases, truck buying experience. So visit them online at ShazamAuto.com or visit them with that short drive down to Stark or up to Kingsland. We had a no-no yesterday in Major League Baseball. No hitter. Boy, the Astros, man, they find these pitchers now. This dude's name is Ronel Blanco. They got that Christian Javier, Framber Valdez, now Ronel Blanco. Throw his name in there as he throws a no-hitter for the Astros in the grand total of his 8th career start. Houston needed it. They are off to a slow start, boy. A 4-game sweep at the hand of the Yankees. But back home last night against the Blue Jays, no-hitter turns the trick. So really early for a no-hitter. Haven't been a ton of no-hitters in Major League history. In fact, I may have seen that it's the earliest in history on the calendar. Season started a little bit earlier this year with some games in March. And there's also this from baseball that's Shazam-ish, so I'll throw it out there. But congratulations to the Bad News Bears out there in Oakland. Forget the A's. Call them the Oakland E's. They had 5 errors in 3 innings of a loss yesterday. I mean, what are we doing out in Oakland? It's a blight on baseball right now. They should just take the A's and just barnstorm them. Come to a city like Jacksonville and play a 3-game series, and go to Charlotte and play 3 games, and play 3 in Portland, and go play 3 in Montreal, then go play 6 in San Juan, and go play 6 in Mexico. Just move around the country. It's an embarrassment out there. You can't flush the toilets in your stadium, apparently. Your fans literally come to your game and then don't go in the stadium. They just stay outside with a middle finger extended. It's terrible, man. All right, fire up the band. We got a football fix. It's brought to you by the Jacksonville Sharks home opener this weekend. CET do his thing. And hopefully the Sharks get a victory, man. Off to an 0-2 start. Talked to Jason Gibson again yesterday. And, yeah, they got to get this thing figured out, particularly on offense. It's a different game than what we've been used to for all our years of indoor football here. That's pretty clear. We looked at the scoreboards yesterday. A lot of, 38-31, 27-24. More traditional football scores. We're used to like 60s and 70s flying around.
Right.
It'd be interesting to get your opinion on what you see this weekend. Apparently, at some point of the Vontae Davis story, and I know I said Vontae Davis overall, I may have substituted the word Ronald Darby in there somewhere. If I did, my apologies. I would, here I am talking about April Fool's jokes, and I apparently can't get it all from my brain to my mouth sometimes. It's early, man. Let me get my coffee in. I peak at like 8:12. The scientists have determined. So there's that. But yeah, just terrible tragedy yesterday with Vontae Davis found dead at the age of 35 down in South Florida. Well, Carson Wentz got his feet wet with a signing with the Rams last year and is now parlayed into a one-year deal with a pretty good stop. Kansas City Chiefs. Wentz has really bounced around since an injury and a falling out of favor in Philadelphia just turned his career in just an exact opposite direction. He went to Indianapolis. He really didn't have a terrible year. It was the finale here. He came here and lost to a bad Jaguars team, got their third win of the year, and they dispatched him, booted him. Then they turned around and, they went Phillip Rivers for a year, didn't work. They went, or was Wentz after Rivers? Had Matt Ryan, that was a debacle. But this is about Wentz, who has now landed with the Chiefs, which means he'll get to win a Super Bowl ring in his career before it's over. He's already got one as a backup to Nick Foles in Philly. I'm going to go ahead and predict that Carson Wentz gets another as a backup in Kansas City. We'll see, I guess. Well, they say now Rashee Rice is cooperating with authorities. We continue to just get developments. Have you seen some of the video and the aftermath? Just so irresponsible, illegal. And Rashee Rice's lawyers put out a statement, his people put out a statement. The only true thing they said is, thank God no one was killed. But just so dumb. Well, I guess if anyone deserved it, this is why you have a annual performance-based pay distribution. It's for those guys that get taken a little bit later in the draft so that they're not getting that big money of the first rounders in particular, but the second and third rounders too. So this year, the NFL compensated players an additional $393 million in performance-based pay for the 2023. It compensates players based on their playing time and salary levels to give additional money to those that outperform their contracts. Safe to say that Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, is doing that. So Purdy gets an additional paycheck, $739,000. Which is an additional 75% of the $985 that he made as a base salary in 2023. By the way, it's just the 24th largest payout this year. Former Ravens guard John Simpson tops the list. 6. Oh, look who's 6, he said. I don't have the list. Hicken's here talking to me. Tell me who's 6, my man. Fortner. Good Lord. Never mind the previous list. It was an April Fool's joke. Luke Fortner got the 6th most performance-based pay. More than Purdy, I'm told. We have a developing situation in the football fix. Good Lord. Who pays it? The Titans? That's a Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by the Sharks. Brought to you by the Georgia Creek Golf Club. Golf course. Stop and see them. The best deal in golf. Hicken Rival. More come your way next.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Rick Ballou is the truth teller.
Tell the truth. That's all. Just tell the truth.
Go into the night with Rick Ballou after the Frangie Show. Then it's Hacker After Dark.
Between him and me.
Ballou and Hacker. Evenings on 1010XL.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
It has sprung, ladies and gentlemen, and when it's springtime, oh, what a great time to focus on getting your home spring ready before that summer heat comes. Freshen up the exterior home and give your home a new look. 2 words, Rhino Shield. Rhino Shield will never chip, crack, or peel. They are beautiful and they are durable, and they back that up with a 25-year warranty. No unsightly mold, mildew, and algae. Water intrusion, fights that salt corrosion as well, all while saving you thousands compared to the cost of repainting. Listen closely. April, 0% financing, 25% off projects during the month of April for spring. 25% off. Take advantage now. Book that free estimate today at rhinoshieldjax.com. rhinoshieldjax.com.
At Honda, we appreciate all the comparisons to other vehicles. And no matter how many times they compare their vehicles to a Honda, only a Honda is a Honda. Remember, value, quality, safety, there is no substitute. Visit your local Honda dealer now and experience the difference.
Imagine waking up this time next week and being 100% debt-free. No credit cards, no car loan, no personal loan. Hey, it's Prosser here, and Loan Pronto's Equity Express line of credit can make that happen. Homeowners are turning their home equity into cash almost instantly. With Loan Pronto's AI-based system, you can get approval in about 10 minutes with almost no documentation, no appraisal, and no hassle. You can get hundreds of thousands of dollars out of your home. Use that money to pay off all your other loans. The average homeowner saves over $850 a month doing this. Listen, your home value's way up. You can use that to wipe out all those credit cards, get some money for a home improvement. Literally, hundreds of thousands are at your fingertips, and approval is just minutes away. So call now, 904-999-1508, 904-999-1508. That's loanpronto.com at 904-999-1508. NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, equal housing lender.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Roland Reich Plumbing. There when you need them. Big or small plumbing problem, call Roland Reich Plumbing anytime at 260-7059. 260-7059. Where quality and experience count.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. University of Florida football head coach Billy Napier is using spring camp to get quarterback Graham Mertz to be more assertive offensively.
We are trying to get Graham to be more aggressive without being careless. He proved that he could play clean ball last year, and then I think now it's about trying to improve the calculated risk.
Gator tight end Hayden Hansen is singing the praises of the potential explosiveness of the offense he's seeing in spring camp.
And to answer your question, I think we're going to take some huge steps this year, especially in the explosiveness game, because we're going to be quicker. The front 5 linemen are going to be quicker. I think it's all just going to be clicking faster.
The Bulldogs continue to find defensive studs as 4-star defensive lineman Bryce Davis has been projected to commit to the Georgia Bulldogs according to On3.com. Davis is ranked as the number 42 recruit and number 6 defensive lineman. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 7:04 and it's 63 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
we go! It's a little smooth.
Super Tuesday.
Super Tuesday music. Don't forget to rock the vote today. I'm not sure we're voting here, but maybe we are. Addendum 27.
Ooh.
Subset 6.
Yeah?
Did you see the Cubs fireworks yesterday?
Yeah, it was good.
The Cubs do pyrotechnics for the game, and it looks like something out of like a middle school production. Their players step up out of the dugout, and they've got like just a couple of like cardboard box looking things, and they're shooting like sparklers up maybe 8-10 feet. It's unbelievable.
It was terrible.
I mean, it's so
just awful.
Bush League.
It was like Wrigley Field-esque, like it was just bad.
It was like an April Fool's Day.
Has there ever been a more forgotten baseball player than Chris Bryant? I mean, I hope he's happy.
His jersey.
I hope he's happy in Colorado. He got a ton of money, and he
I think injuries are
fallen
what did it,
off
though.
the earth, man. This guy went from being a superstar to it's just a shame, though, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he started this year 0 for 13. He might be playing for the Mets right now, and I don't know it, but he's 0 for 14 this year, Jeffrey. But it's not just this year. I mean, he's been with the Rockies for 3 years. All right, 3 years. I forgot he got traded to the Giants.
Yeah, that's where he went.
Yeah. Well, he was a free agent, though, right? He went free agent. And,
no, he played for the.
He was a free agent. The Cubs traded him his free agent year.
Yeah.
He finished out the year, and then he signed with the Rockies, and it's just been just a disaster. I mean, listen to this guy. This guy he played 42 games in
like I said, he's been injured. He's hardly played. I don't. That's what's happened. To your question, it's not like his skills. And maybe they have, and now he's probably.
Last year he hit 233 with 300 at bats and hit 10 home runs.
Yeah. But 80 games, it's half a year.
Yeah,
that's a lot. That's a sample
size. This guy
size.
came into the league as a rookie, went 26.99, 39.102.
Oh. Yeah, for sure. His best days, more importantly, helped the Cubs win their World Series.
Yeah.
That's been chased for so long.
You thought that team was just going to be around forever, and they just
you know what? Some of the parts haven't ended up as good. They've all gone off, and they've not been as good. Baez hadn't been the same as his era was pointing up.
Schwarber's been what he is.
Yeah, Schwarber's been the
45
same.
home runs,
and
200.
And Rizzo's just gotten kind of old. I think he stayed pretty similar to what he was.
Rizzo's fine. But, I mean, Chris Bryant was, like, on a track of
still only
great.
32. I mean, he's lost. Yeah, to your point, these are the productive years for a lot of players. It's the injuries, and he was injured in Chicago. That's also a reason that they didn't want to commit long term.
7 years, he's making $27 million a year with the Rocks.
I wonder what Murph would say. Did Murph have him 1 year? His first year?
Murph probably had him. So we'll talk to him tomorrow, I think, and see what he has to say. We are
certain teams just have a certain ways of doing certain things. Like the Braves seem to always find those young position players, or they have of late in international, free agency and scouting. And the Astros do that with these pitchers, man. Yeah, Christian Javier, Framber Valdez, and now this dude in his 8th start, Ronel Blanco throws in Blanco's the Blue Jays.
I saw this stat. And this is stat of the day material right here. I mean, This is incredible to me. Since June of 22.
Okay.
Hold on, man.
Yeah.
Let me get there.
All right.
His name is Hicken. He's an information revelation.
Yes, I am.
It's Dan Hicken, stat of the day.
Thank you, Balls. No hitter since June of 22. 29 teams, 3. Astros, 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Didn't Valdez and Javier each have one of those?
Yeah, I think so.
I think they each had one.
Yeah, they might have had a bullpen one too, if I'm not mistaken.
And so now this cat, you got three young dudes in your rotation, 2 with playoff experience, significant playoff experience, and they've all got no hitters already.
I'll give you one more baseball move. I heard you talking about the A's on the drive-in and what a joke they are.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I need this one explained to me.
Okay.
So they got this cat, this outfielder, Estory Ruiz.
Okay.
Yesterday they sent him down to Vegas to make room for
you know who the manager of the A's is?
Yeah, it's Kotze.
Yeah.
to make room for Tyler Nevin. Okay?
Phil Nevin's boy.
The Tyler Nevin. Estoy Ruiz was hitting .429 to start the year.
Why?
He stole 67 bases last year.
Why are they sending him down?
I don't know. I need someone to tell me why they sent him down.
Maybe so that to develop a following in Vegas where he'll be playing. Although now I saw something I didn't read. I just headline read with the A's now. I couldn't care
deal.
less. Yeah, what is that?
That's in between, I guess, while they're
in
building.
the same crappy stadium, though?
It seems like it.
Does the owner not look out into
The
his
owner
parking
is
lot?
the owner is as moronic
Yeah.
as the city.
Yeah.
It's two idiots
Yeah.
that are
Two
just
entities.
coming together
Idiocy.
to be even dumber combined. The dumb quotient with the Oakland A's baseball club in the city of Oakland is off the charts stupid. If they were in charge of anything, it would lose 120 games in the season. Anyway.
It's worse than the plot to Major League.
Yes,
At least
it is.
It's worse.
It is. They, though, don't have 8 guys with 1 hit or less through 4 games.
Here's another thing
That's
that
all
you've
I have
done.
to say about
you know
that.
what? Like the Braves did it, the Astros did it. They got rid of all their great players for guys in many cases you hadn't heard of. Dansby Swansons and Max Frieds, and for the Astros draft picks in many cases.
Mm-hmm.
And yet I look at the A's now in year 3 or 4 of this garbage,
Right.
and they're no better.
And you got a hit on the-
They've got old, terrible veterans that are still playing.
Well, they gave away good baseball players. Gave them
Murphy
away.
and Olsen, we got for nothing, man.
Bassett. I mean, go down the
yeah.
There's just
Chapman.
Just
and
a
there's a ton of them.
ton of them out there. So
They had
anyway,
they were a playoff team like 3-4 years ago, Hick.
yeah. The lead story though last night, the college hoops. Here's a simple, off the cuff observation that tells me about college women's college basketball, and this is the simplest way I can put it. As a guy who, as you know, through the years, I've always enjoyed the women's college basketball tournament. Like I've watched the Final Fours, et cetera, and the tournament, and not as much with the WNBA, but I've enjoyed the college game. Well, last night I had 2 games that were for Elite 8 games that were for the Final Four.
Right.
They were as high quality as Final Four. That tells me the game has gotten better.
Right.
Right? Like those 2
And
games.
the best team wasn't
right.
playing.
Those 2 games could have been Final Four games for all I
For
know.
sure, yeah.
And they were terrific, and they had great storylines. And so that's how I know that the women's game has gotten better. So to keep it simple, what I don't need, this utter stupidity of some of these dudes. Like Bill Plaschke works for the LA Times, and I guess he was just trying to cover up for his other guy who went mealy-mouthed and apologized for whatever he wrote. I didn't read his column.
I think it was
about
her.
Good versus, was it a her?
I could be wrong.
I think it was a him, but it was good.
Yeah,
it was good versus evil. Blah blah
No,
blah.
he didn't.
But
they made
his word
non-racial.
choice-
This happens a lot. You take something, a comment, an insult, a slight that's non-racial, and you make it racial.
For sure.
At the end of the day, I
every
mean,
day.
the term that, if you want to make it sexist, okay. But the term that got him so much, Ben Bolch, it was a dude, you're right, was the dirty debutantes. Like LSU was the dirty debutantes in UCLA. Again, he's taking it for the home team. It's as old as sports. See, again, this fine line of nebulous, okay? This is how men's sport have always been
I had
covered,
to wonder.
right?
If, I had to wonder if this guy Plaschke was like was this April Fool's or not.
Okay, so what happened?
He tweets this. Totally disrespectful to these great athletes that the winner of this brilliant game has to play again in 4 days while the men get at least 6.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
they're 20-year-old kids. Nobody cares. And are you kidding? 4 days is plenty. I mean, is he that? You're that's somebody I'm looking for something. Again, if you want to write a column about the idiots who measured off the 3-point line. Or write a column. Remember last year at one of the, where was it where the women had the weight room where they put a couple weights in a room? You remember that?
Yeah.
Write about that. I just shudder. But anyway, with all that said, it was I was at work last night at television, so I actually watched more of the UConn SC game than I did the Iowa LSU game. I was doing stuff during the Iowa LSU game. In fact, I went over and watched the students play intramural softball.
Oh.
So I went over and watched some of the fellas and ladies play representing UNF on the softball field.
Gotcha.
So
did you sponsor them by a whole?
I did not
uniforms.
sponsor. No sponsoring. Although that's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, take it to the next level.
Although you're not trying to get a grade from them, it's them from you. So perhaps they should be buttering your bed.
And they were victorious. As only members of Professor Dan's class should be.
To say that, like 4 days to complain about the spotlight you're going to be given on what Saturday, Monday? Is that when it'll? When is it? No, Sunday. When is it? When are the games?
I guess they're playing Friday, is my guess, because the guys are playing. Yeah, and then I got my girl Angel Reese telling me how she's been so miserable since last year, since she won the national championship after the game. I'm like, come on, man. She played her butt off. She played great. She had 20 rebounds, 17 points. It was a well-played basketball game. Caitlin Clark took over in the third period, and they won going away. So to that end, I decided I needed to do some investigating. So our Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day: what did you think of the Iowa LSU women's hoops game? I thought that was a good question. Awesome Clark rules. I checked it out. I couldn't care less, or I watched the whole thing.
All right.
Awesome Clark rules. Checked it out. Couldn't care less. Watched the whole thing. 339 votes are in.
That's a low vote total, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Disappointed in your engagement there. That's about the same.
All right. Well, Awesome Clark rules 40.6. Couldn't care less 30.1.
Yeah.
Checked it out 20.3. Watched the whole thing 9%.
Yeah,
you can vote at Dan Hicken if you would like. E will post it as well. Dreamfinders everywhere you want to be. 20-plus Jacksonville communities in the best locations. Quality built homes you call your own. Visit DreamfindersHomes.com to find your home. And for a limited time on select move-in ready homes, Dreamfinders Homes offering an amazing 3.99% interest rate in year one. That really is amazing of your mortgage. Go to DreamfindersHomes.com for more details. But, yeah, so, I mean, look.
It was the Caitlin Clark show, and she gave you your money's worth.
Yeah.
I mean, she showed you why she is this phenomenon, and that's what it is.
Yeah. It was
you know, and the game is a hard when the ball gets in the lane, it's a hard watch.
There are better there are better players.
It clogs up, it bogs down.
The girl from UConn is terrific. She played a great game. Juju's a good player too as well for USC, just a freshman. So there's a lot of there's more better players in women's college basketball. If I could say
the perimeter games have gotten much better, so they can score. You're better off having your star is better off being a perimeter player.
Yeah,
because the lane, like I said, the lane clogs up and bogs down, and you don't. The biggest difference in women's and men's sports is elite big men in the men's game dominate the game, and elite women in the women's game can go 1 for 10 in the second half and throw balls up from their hip and not hit the rim, and just looks different.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yo.
So I got a comment about the whole Angel Reese thing about her saying how miserable she has been. Well, maybe miserable wouldn't be the word that I would have used, and maybe she has been miserable, but she's been, ever since they won that national championship, she has been turned into a villain. Not say she brought some of that stuff onto herself, but she definitely is a competitor.
Okay.
And, you know, being turned into a villain unwillingly, well that's a tough plight because everywhere you go, you're being attacked, especially in the
that's
world
fair
in
the respect that, and this is where I would say something. LeBron tried to do that in Miami, and it didn't work for him, right?
Yeah.
And that's on a bigger level. I just my only thing is she didn't look miserable when she
this is come on, man. You can't cry the opposite end of your personality because now you lost and sat. Now suddenly it all bothered you.
Wait, because you posted on social media and it comes off as if you're living the best life. That doesn't necessarily mean you're not miserable.
No. I watched her post game the other day.
Yeah, I watched the post game too.
Yeah, if they all want to be LSU, they all want to beat LSU. Look at me, come get some. I saw her coach say, "Come push Angel Reese like that."
Yeah,
they're putting that out there now.
Yeah.
This wasn't attached to them. They embrace it, and that's fine. There ain't nothing wrong with that in sports.
But you kind of have to, like, in the role, being made that villain.
Yeah.
You kind of have to be that tough.
What was now listen, she was reveling in the villain role and the trash talk.
I want to get
when they won the title. What's the video? They're not guys.
But like the trash
they're not guys.
But in sports though. Sports
guys also, when they lose, don't take to the podium, come to tears, and tell everyone how it's hurting them inside that people don't like them.
Some of them do.
Not who? Not many. I'm just saying.
I get it.
Again, it's false bravado then, and that's fine. Then we'll have to start treating all women that talk that way in sport as false bravado, and be careful. I don't want to hurt their feelings.
I could go for that. The false bravado.
They played this to the hilt until they lost.
Yeah.
They were the baddest girls in the world until they weren't.
Like the bad boys.
And when you start throwing as they did, and their point guard and their coach, when you start accusing everybody of being racist this and sexist that because they don't like you, you're gonna get more pushback if the people that don't like you for reasons that have nothing to do with that.
There you go.
So
I see where you're both coming. I understand. I kind of want to get the exact quote. But I think why it rubbed me the wrong way a little bit is because they won the Natty last year. Everything was great. And she had no problem. And again, this goes back to just being not woman or man. This is back to being a college athlete who suddenly is showered with, cash and
NIL and everything.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't seem upset when she got her Mercedes, or she didn't seem upset when she was at the ESPYs, or she didn't, you know what I mean? So those are the kind of things where I'm starting to, oh, come on, I think she said, I've been miserable the whole,
right.
I want to find the exact
I saw
quote.
it last night. All of a sudden, you're this wounded. They've been coming at you. No, man, you were aggressive in developing that identity.
That's all. Yeah, I guess that's. But I understand.
Draymond don't act like this. If you're gonna be the Draymond of the women's game, then be the Draymond then.
Yeah, I don't think.
Draymond is disliked. He can take it.
He embraces it because he's being real.
Yeah.
He doesn't go home and cry. Nobody likes me. I shouldn't have done this, that, or the. You know what I mean? And he ain't calling everybody that doesn't like him a sexist or a racist or a misogynist or something else. He realizes he's a lightning rod the way he plays in the game he plays. There's a straddling here.
I think you hit it on the head when you said it was the false bravado.
Yeah. Well, okay, then just live and learn then.
Yeah. So anyway, it is what it is. Again, I just want to take it as I enjoyed the basketball. It was, everything doesn't have to become just such a issues here and there. So anyway.
Like from the text line, Caitlin Clark did the same thing last year, so come on now. No, she didn't. She didn't say anything at all like that when she lost. She didn't even call out Angel Reese, said it didn't bother her. It's just a game. So I don't know what that is.
I've been attacked so many times, death threats. I've been sexualized. I've been threatened. Those are some of the things that she was saying last night.
And to the fringe of people that would do things like that, losers.
And by the way,
we all think.
Let me say this: I like Angel Reese. I think she's a great basketball player. She had played her butt off last night. I thought it was a well played basketball game. I enjoyed her. I think she's a beautiful young lady. And so she says, "I've been sexualized." Well, I mean, what dress did you pick out at the ESPY? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. You can't. I guess sometimes we want it both ways, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, let's move on. Let's get back into the NFL.
Yeah, for
do
sure.
Some other stuff.
For sure.
We got a big
The original
Tuesday.
point is this.
Yeah.
Women's college basketball had a chance at a very visible platform last night, and they came through with flying colors.
Took advantage, and they'll have high numbers.
Beckers is a really, really forgotten good player. That's like the Patriots over there, UConn. It's been 6-8 years since we've seen them, and lo and behold, here they are back, scraping their way through. So the best thing about women's basketball compared to the past is the reason it never got much traction, and it will be hard to keep traction, is there's not a lot of parity. Like UConn and Tennessee won every national title for 20 years, it felt like. Teams beat other teams by 30. It doesn't, but that's changing a little bit too with, Iowa's a good example. They got one great, generational player and a team that had been to the Final Four one time in its history.
Yeah.
Is a whole different, but again, if you got a squad that can be, if you got a girl like Caitlin Clark, or you got a team that can be really good from the outside, to me, that's your best chance. Because, like I said, inside, it's a different game, man. It just bogs down. It's not a game of skill in the lane.
This is the drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Hey, certainly facing some interesting economic times. And for me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Those are Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Look, I'm not the expert on the economy. I go through things every day. I don't know what to invest in, what to put my money in, how to protect my money. So I find guys I can trust. And those guys are Dan Abel and Reagan Wright and Reed Wingate and Jeff Hartman and Chris Bryan. Those are the ITP Partners. And I know this, as I move closer to retirement, my money grows. And it grows because of those guys. It's not just me. 3 generations of Hickens invested with our friends at ITP Partners. I have friends, I have family who use ITP Partners. They're part of our community, right? And they listen and give us each individualized strategies where our goals are the priority. Get in the game, guys. ITP Partners are always there to help. If you have any questions, what a great time to get started. Chris at ITPPartners.com, Chris at ITPPartners.com, or call 312-9751. That's 312-9751.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hacker here. You know, there was a time when negative comments on social media about my weight just faded into the background. I got so used to seeing them. However, in just 5 weeks, everything has taken a 180. I now notice comments about my weight again because they're completely different. Thanks to dropping a whopping 40 pounds already with Awaken 180. People are noticing and rooting me on. It feels absolutely incredible. I'm diving back into clothes I haven't worn in 15 years, turning back time while losing 5 pounds a week, thanks to Awaken 180 weight loss. I have a whole new outlook on life. I've been down other weight loss roads before, but nothing compares to this. The shift from not noticing the negative to embracing the positive has been profound. So what are you waiting for? Join me on this transformation with Awaken 180. Call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Yo, it's your boy E.T. And if you're still in the market for a sportsbook to call home, bet that nonstop action of the madness with MyBookie. MyBookie is your one-stop for all your sports betting and casino needs, complete with real-life Vegas experience right from that cellular device of yours. Take your viewing experience to the next level with real-time live betting that lets you stream and bet the games right from the comfort of the crib. Sign up now and take advantage of the generous welcome bonus on your first deposit, all the way up to $1,000. Put in $200, get $3. Ready to play instantly using promo code 1010XL. And the fun don't stop there. You'll get up-to-the-minute odds, props, and this week's expert predictions to help you dictate where to put that cash at. And the best part about MyBookie, you can bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Hey folks, Hicken here for Zero Res. If you're like me, you're getting the itch to do some deep cleaning. Problem is, most of us hate throwing things away. Man, I just close my eyes and let my wife do it. And we always call Zero Res for our floors. We'll have the Zero Res crew clean all the flooring because this month, gang, All flooring 25% off. That's right, 25% off carpets, tile and grout, wooden vinyl floors, and area rugs. Great time to get all the floors clean. Zero res, man. Spell it forwards or backwards. Zero res. It's the right way to clean.
Zero res. Touchdown. 1010XL. 92.5 FM.
I'm Taylor Rose with our Remedy Staffing Westside office off of Normandy Boulevard. We are helping great people find great jobs. Remedy has helped some of the best employers in Jacksonville find talented job seekers like you for over 25 years. Our current job openings range from entry-level distribution center pickers to equipment operators. Apply today at remedygoodjobs.com. Don't wait. Apply at remedygoodjobs.com now.
Hey Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hit it.
Oh, it's a big day today. A big day on the drill. And in about 9 minutes,
it's going to go down?
The razzle-dazzle is going down. It's that week again. We said it a couple months ago we did this, and now we're doing it again, and it's almost here. It's coming up at the beginning of May, and that is Luke Combs' concert.
Okay.
And is that what we have today?
Oh, you about to get the boys fired up.
Oh, boy.
Because we do. We got a pair of Luke Combs tickets live at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena for one night, the weekend of May 3rd and May 4th. But also, the winner will be entered for a chance to get in what's a classic golf tournament. I believe y'all started it, but you know what I'm saying? That's a different story.
Yeah.
The Guggen Open. And the drawing for that will be April 10th.
All right, that's at the end of the drill, not right now. If you call right now, you'll just get bounced, but 641-1010 will be the number, and we'll do that in just a few minutes. Around the National Football League, some terrible news yesterday. We learned that Vontae Davis passed away at the age of 35. I mean, what in the world, man? That's just awful, awful news.
Well, and it's terrible in the age of cynicism and darkness and social media. You got to, wait an hour and make sure something on April 1st is true.
Well, that's true.
You know what I mean?
That's a good point. I don't think they
typically stay out of it, but I don't know the year where they'll jump that shark.
I had to wait.
I had to wait.
Is this true?
I had to wait.
I saw it on the McAfee show, so that's why I knew it was real, because the way they were talking about it, I said they're not messing with this. So anyway, it was just sad news going forward. And as we move closer to the draft, we get ready. Things are happening around the National Football League, and you saw that Carson Wentz goes to the Chiefs.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. So,
and by the way, Mahomes, the way he runs around, he has avoided that injury, Dan.
Yes, he has.
There's not many quarterbacks, veterans, that go play their whole career and they're not gone for a season or a stretch of it. I mean, all of them, right?
Right.
Did Peyton ever miss? Yeah, he missed a year.
Yeah, the neck.
Yeah. Tom missed a year. He got knocked out early. Brady did.
Yes,
Aaron Rodgers, I think, missed a year.
I saw
well, he missed last year for one.
I saw Derrick Henry.
What did he do?
He was on the pivot with the fellas.
Okay.
Freddie T.
All right. Freddie busy yesterday.
Yeah.
They ran this clip. He says, I mean, Derrick Henry is, if you've never met Derrick Henry, I would call him a very likable country guy.
boy.
Yeah. That's how I would, right? I mean, he's Yuli, man. He's
for sure.
And so as a young man, I don't know Derrick Henry, the adult, but he was always a very nice young man to us and to me. And so he starts telling his story, and he just is chuckling through it.
Okay.
And about Nick Saban. And he says, I think you'll like this. He says, he couldn't stand
And he says he was old school and he had pet peeves and he couldn't stand anyone score and then wanting to celebrate. We're in a meeting after a game. He pulls up film and shows everybody. He goes, "You guys, stop doing that showboating, doing all that prayer hands, acting like you're thanking God. And later on at midnight, you're down there with your black and mild. You got liquor and you're chasing girls. Forget all that."
Tell him how it is. He ain't lying, though. Like, guys will score a touchdown, get down on one knee, do whatever.
Gosh, it made me laugh.
After a big win, man, we out here.
I'm tired of y'all scoring and praying to God at 12 a.m. comes and you smoking black and milds and drinking liquor.
We out here.
No, that's you know.
Oh, gosh, that tickled me.
That's everybody, by the way. That ain't just football players.
Right, me. Man,
I carry around your whole life. You're church on, you're drinking beer late Saturday night, church Sunday morning. That ain't reserved for.
I partied so hard, and like that's kind of my motivation.
You still do.
It's like, man, I went out Saturday night. The least you could do is get up and go to church Sunday morning.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I don't make it Sunday morning.
Yeah,
it ain't right, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
God know my heart.
It was
Did you see this story of? You remember former South Carolina coach, quarterback Chris Smelly? He played for Spurrier, didn't he? You remember that name? You don't remember that name, Chris Smelly?
He changed positions and stuff.
I think he actually, but I think he Mike had a year as the starter at South Carolina. I think
they've had so many walk-ons who've beaten Florida down the last few years. I don't know.
Well, Smelly had an interesting Thursday.
Okay.
Smelly lives out in the Panhandle.
Mm-hmm.
Likes to kayak fish. He's a head high school football coach, by the way. Now that's what he does. So many of them do.
Oh, I saw this story.
Yeah. So anyway, he is.
He was at South Carolina.
Yeah.
Is he like Alabama? Is he?
He's from Alabama.
The Alabama boys knew him because the Alabama boys. I'm talking about the Birmingham.
Yeah, he's from Bama.
Okay.
But he played at South Carolina
because he went missing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was getting to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He goes out 8:30 Thursday morning to go on a brief fishing excursion in his kayak. He says it was a big, heavy kayak. I got out there right offshore, and the wind just started whipping and a lot stronger than it was at the shore. I wish there was a story that a giant shark dragged me out or I was battling a sea monster, but it was really just nature, just the wind. My body was sitting up tall. I was basically a big sail. I was giving it everything I could, and there was a long period of time where I was at the mercy of the wind. Ultimately, it blew him some 8 miles offshore.
Mm-hmm.
He said he never got totally freaked out, but he had kind of resigned himself to the fact that he was going to be spending the night in the dark on the ocean. Ultimately, he was found. First, I think was seen by a Coast Guard chopper or spotted by the Coast Guard before they got to him. One of his buddies who his wife had sent out looking for him found him. But that really, you think, he's 8 miles offshore, you'll just go find him.
Yeah.
But it really is a needle in a haystack. If you've ever been offshore deep sea fishing, once you look past 200 yards, it all looks the same.
Yes.
And there's a lot of those white caps and that stuff. There could be something out there on the horizon and you never see it.
Man, sometimes you can't see your hand right in front of your face.
Yeah.
Man.
So anyway,
that happened to Brad Culpepper years ago.
Yeah, he and I believe he might have been with his son even, and
he was with his dad.
Okay, they latched onto like a buoy, I believe.
I think it was 10 hours.
They were in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, it was like a buoy.
Yeah.
And we had the dudes in here years ago.
We had dudes here, ET. They were gone for over 48 hours. They were lost at sea off the shore here in Jacksonville. They hung to a cooler.
On the drill.
Yeah, they came in and sat with us for 2 hours years ago and told the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest get in Jacko's history. I think Jacko got us them, Hick.
I think Jacko did.
That's a big. Good job, Jacko.
That's
high flying with Jacko O'Brien.
Yeah. Shout out.
Bringing it.
We're going to add that to the wheel. High fly with Jacko.
Oh, you want to take a flight with Jacko?
No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that in your body, friend.
Not interested in that one?
I want you to tell me in CBS Sports list when free agency began. They listed the top, 100 free agents.
Yeah.
How far do you have to go down through the list to find a guy who has as yet been unsigned?
Oh, I would say the original list?
Yeah, I got a top 100 list. Number one on the list was Kirk Cousins. He signed with the Atlanta Falcons.
I'm going to say in the 20s.
Chris Jones, T. Higgins tagged, Michael Pittman just going down the list, Calvin Ridley. Oh, no, there he is. 4 years, 92. Too bad. He was the 17th best free agent, by the way. Yeah, you got to go down to the first one is Stephon Gilmore at 31.
Okay. Not bad.
And after Gilmore at 31, you don't have another until number 47, safety Julian Blackmon. It's kind of odd that he's still out there, just 25 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So only
Scott Boras representing.
Only 2 of the top 50 are still available. Are you surprised Mekhi Becton hadn't been picked up? Big tackle, former first rounder, just 24 years old.
I guess a lot depends on how they view him. Maybe he's being viewed as a role player now, and maybe he thinks he still wants to be a starter, and he's waiting for a shot.
I will say this. The big tackles that they draft who fail, they're never any good at the next place. They're just not cut out for the job. You know what I mean? Like Greg Robinson, Luke Jokel. There's been a ton of them. You draft these big tackles, they come in, they're very rarely just okay. They either they're bad, they last one contract, they go somewhere else, you get this false hope they're going to do something meaningful for you, and they don't. I went to this list though because I'm still down to all right. Let's keep going. Where's my next TBD is number 60. I was looking at the receiver position, Dan.
Yeah. And
are we going to hamstring ourselves and handcuff our point that we're going to have to draft 2 receivers? The Jags have not added the receiver room is not. It's not.
We have to draft 2 receivers?
Well, I'm surprised we don't have another veteran free agent in free agency. I'm surprised they haven't added someone.
Receiver?
You got Davis, Jones, and Kirk. Parker Washington, who a week ago you told me we need to get rid of. He's 4th in line. That's my point. He's 4th. Parker Washington, who played a grand total of about a minute, is 4th in line. And in a league where every week we know Zay Jones every other week ain't going to be playing.
Well, we're drafting a guy.
A guy.
Yeah.
So do you have to draft 2, I'm saying, or no? Just let's take our chance because we've been so good with the rookie free agency. Look at all the big names that we've found. Elijah Cooks is.
We got Devin Duvernay.
Yeah, he's got to have a small role. What about Tyler Boyd, Hick?
No, we're not. No, we're drafting a guy.
He's 65. Yeah, I know. I'm just looking at the receivers that are still out there.
We already got a Tyler Boyd.
We do? Which one is he?
I mean, Tyler Boyd's at number 2, and we got 3 of those.
Yeah. Tyler Boyd might be number 3. Well, he's a number 3 in Cincinnati.
At his best, he would be a 2.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Oh, there just aren't many receivers. The receivers they snatched up and they gone, man.
Yeah.
Ezra Cleveland was the 98th ranked free agent, by the way. 98, number 98 in the top 100.
We kept him.
Yeah, we got him quick too, boy. We saw the priority there.
What do you think real quick? What do you think the outlook is in Baltimore?
For the Orioles?
No, the
Ravens. I was thinking the Orioles are doing great, man. I think the outlook, I think that they're just going to keep plugging away and hope they have their year where
they got to replace 3 offensive linemen. They lost Zeitler, Simpson, and Morgan Moses all left. They were 3 starters. That's a lot of guys. So they're going to draft an O-lineman, right? Now, they got Lamar and Lamar gives you an ability of escapability at the quarterback position, but you still got to get some depth there. And you've got, Derrick Henry coming in, so you want to have a good offensive line. But you wonder if they would be willing to take receiver again. They have drafted, they cut Odell Beckham Jr., Devin Duvernay left, Nelson Aguilar returns on a 1 year. They took Zay Flowers last year. They have drafted like 6 receivers.
Zay Flowers was good. There's some potential there.
Oh, yeah. They've drafted like 6 receivers in the last 7 years, though. But I would guess they have to take an offensive lineman. I mean, they lost 3 guys. It's just interesting to me. Like, are they? They made it to the AFC Championship game. Right?
Yeah, I think you just keep. Look, it's easy to maintain your disbelief in Lamar being able to get it done.
They were at home.
When you got to be able to pass the football.
Yeah.
Playoff games are not decided by game-winning, 81-yard drives where you run it 8 times and pass it once. Playoff games are decided in the late, tight drama of quarterbacks putting the team on their back and making memorable throws downfield. Unless you can bust off some 68-yard run and turn the tide, you got to be able to make plays with your arm. And I don't know everything that goes into it. I know they've been their whole identity is running the ball. It's almost like I think that they could have a year, Dan, where they're ahead. They got to be ahead of most serious contenders. Sure, you want to be ahead, but they don't got to be ahead.
Right.
Don't you feel like of all the contenders in the National Football League, the one that's got to be ahead to win is the Ravens, more than any of the others, more than the Niners or whoever you want to throw up in there?
Well, let's see.
More than the Bills, more than the Bengals, more than the Chiefs, obviously.
2-5 in the playoffs for Lamar now.
Yeah.
After a 1-1. He beat Houston. They hammered Houston, but they scored 10 points against the Chiefs. Scored 3 points against the Bills. Scored 12 points against the Titans. Scored 17 against the Bengals. All losses. How has, and I'm not putting it all on Lamar, by the way, but because, listen, a lot of us would love this. Made the playoffs in 18, made the playoffs in 19, made the playoffs in 20, made the playoffs in 22, made the playoffs in 23. That's 5 out of 6 years. And then 1 year he was hurt. They didn't, so you keep knocking on the door. Hopefully you get through at some point, but hasn't happened yet. They played well enough in the regular season that they had the right formula this year. You get the throwaway playoff game this is what the Patriots did for years, what the Chiefs have done at Arrowhead. Chiefs finally weren't able to do that this year. The Ravens were the team that got to do it. One team every year gets it now, the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
You're the number one. Remember when we were the number 1 seed at 8-3?
It happened, yeah.
You're the number 1 seed. You get a kind of a throwaway playoff game at home that you almost never lose.
Unless you're the Titans.
Unless you're the Titans and you lose to the Bengals. And then you host the conference championship game with the right to go to the Super Bowl.
That's right.
It is the perfect formula.
And now
they blew it. That is almost as bad as
they needed some help. Kansas City had to go on the road and be too good. They need somebody to beat Kansas City for them. Hey, Buffalo.
Yeah.
Do your job.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
I guess just Buffalo because they played their first game at home, Kansas City.
Would Buffalo have gone in there and beat them too?
It's a valid question.
Yeah.
They were playing good by the end of the year, but I don't know. I'd rather take my chance with the Bills and the Chiefs. I think that's documented.
I mean, the Chiefs scored 17. You held the Chiefs to 17 points.
And you didn't win.
And you didn't win.
Yeah.
All right, crank it up. 641-1010. Tell them what they're going to get.
Oh, they're going to get a pair of tickets to go see Luke Combs live. Woo! And actually, it's not at the Veterans Memorial. It's at the arena. It's at the stadium.
Yeah.
This is going to be the weekend of May 3rd and May 4th, and also the winner will get a chance to be entered to participate in the annual 1010XL Guggen Golf Tournament. Winners will be selected April 10th.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Duval starts with D. Jacksonville Sports Radio is 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at Lockhart Construction. They're a longtime Jacksonville business. Shane Lockhart, his dad, his guys, all from here, taking care of people who live here, people like me. People like my son, Drew. Got a project going on at Drew's house that'll be starting here in the next couple weeks with Lockhart Construction. I'll bring you updates. They'll do a great job. They do it fast. They do it friendly. They do it affordably. I couldn't be more happy with them. That's why we use them over and over and over again. And, man, they're experts in everything when it comes to repair, when it comes to construction, when it comes to renovation. Give the Lockhart family a call. Their family will give your family a better living experience. Unlock better living with Lockhart Construction. You got a construction need, a thought, an idea? Give Shane a call. He'll call you back, 994-3865. That's 994-3865.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet have just received a special allocation of new vehicles directly from the factory. Not 10, not 20, but hundreds of new vehicles with special savings that haven't been seen in years. Every new vehicle available in your favorite color and option as far as the eye can see. Plus, get our exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty with every new car purchase. Hurry to Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville before the best deals are gone.
I like to be active, and as you get older, I know it because I am older, you're more prone to injury, and I could not get rid of the pain.
QC Kinetics patient Diane Richardson talking about how a hiking injury left her in awful pain.
No one wants to live in pain. I certainly don't want to live in pain. I don't have time for pain.
Diane had heard about regenerative medicine, so she called QC Kinetics and started treatment right away. And the results were incredible.
I couldn't believe it. I honestly was skeptical, but the pain went from a 10 to a 0.
QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in using natural biologics, healing properties from your own body to restore and repair damaged joint tissue. There's no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime.
The result was phenomenal. I mean, I was not feeling any pain. I'm able to do everything that I want to do.
If you have pain from arthritis or injury, this may be the solution you're looking for. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation.
It was a game changer.
904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522.
Slacker plumbing.
Yeah, hey, listen, I need a plumber over here right now.
Yeah, well, we don't have any openings for about 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yep.
I was just changing the shower head and the water line broke and it's flying everywhere.
All right, 1 week.
What if I throw you an extra $100 to come now?
What's the address?
It's 205.
Huh? I guess he changed his mind.
If you've got a leak that can't wait a week, call Roland Reich Plumbing and fix your plumbing problems fast. PlumbingJacksonville.com.
When you're a little kid on the playground, they tell you don't hit back. Well, the courtroom isn't a playground. And if you've suffered an injury or death in your family, I'm here to tell you it's okay to hit back and fight to make them pay. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we understand all the pain and emotion that comes with being wrong. And we've dedicated our lives to making things right for people like you. So if you get hit back with Hastings Injury Law. Offices, Jacksonville.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
I open the door and take you inside the locker room to get you closer to the field, the players and coaches you care about.
Get a look at Hayes' blog on 1010XL.com.
My blog is brought to you by Roland Reich Plumbing,
where quality and experience count.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. By now, everyone has heard about saving money on their energy bills. There are all sorts of things you can do to cut energy costs, but most people don't think about their windows.
But Window World knows that the biggest energy loss in almost every home is the windows. There is more energy loss from old builder-grade windows than just about anything else in your home.
You can upgrade your heating and air, your appliances. That's good too. But before you do all that, upgrade your windows to Window World's energy-efficient windows.
Window World's windows are easy to clean, energy efficient, and have the best guarantee in the business.
Window World's slogan is simply the best for less, and we mean it. You get great American-made windows, and you get to keep more of your money when you buy from Window World. Need any more reasons to buy your windows from Window World? Call them today and set up your free in-home estimate, or go online to windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World,
simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
The 2024 draft is almost here.
The Jaguars are now on the clock.
Join us at Everbank Stadium Thursday, April 25th for the official Duval Draft Party presented by Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Be there as the Jaguars make the 17th overall pick, and don't miss the unveiling of the official 30th season logo that you voted on. We're getting the party started at 7 p.m. Tickets are free, so register today at jaguars.com/draft party. We can't wait to see you there.
The Jacksonville Jaguars select
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Somebody's going to see Luke Combs, courtesy 1010XL. I know that. E is awarded the tickets. You can stop calling now. Is that correct, E?
Yeah, man. Start hitting me up. But y'all can hit me up all week now.
Yeah, we got 3 more days of this. Get ready. Get ready. Yeah, I heard a rumor that you have a pop quiz.
Little pop quiz action for my boys. Every now and then I like to, whenever I stump y'all, it makes me feel good.
Okay.
It makes me feel like what I'm saying, like I've accomplished something.
Okay,
so
so you're trying to stump this.
every day.
All right, I like that.
Let me get my sounds correct. So, gentlemen, this year,
yes, sir,
may be the first time a QB may go 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's Caleb Williams, Jalen Daniels, McCarthy, and Drake May.
Yep.
They potentially could be drafted 1 through 4.
Okay.
But in NFL history, 1 through 3 has been a quarterback 3 times in NFL history. Can you tell me the top 3 in those those 3 quarterbacks and in what year?
I think I can get this. I kind of know it just because I mentioned it recently. So,
okay.
In fairness, it happened. Oh, top 3, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Trey Lance, Trevor's year was 1, 2, 3. Yeah. It was. Let's get it right. Trevor, Wilson, and Lance.
That is correct. That was in 2021.
There was one way back when.
How many are there?
3 times.
3 times ever? So the 83 class, it wasn't.
No.
They weren't all.
But it's happened there's one in the.
What about the Don?
One
was
in the 70s.
It's not like the Tim Couch.
Yes. I think that's
Donovan McNabb. He was 3rd. Who would the 2nd be? Heath Schuler? No.
You're right on the class.
Okay.
You're right on 2 of those players.
Okay. We need the 3rd. Oh, is it Akili Smith, maybe?
And Akili went 3rd. Donovan went 2nd.
Okay.
Okay. And that was the 99 draft.
And I think, is it the Plunkett one?
That's 71.
I ain't going to let you talk yourself out of it. Plunkett.
But was it Pastorini in that one?
Is that not, is that Pat Sullivan, maybe?
No.
I ain't going to let you talk yourself out. It was Pastorini. He went 3rd to the Oilers.
And Archie
went 2nd to the Saints.
Yeah, there we go.
But in fairness, I would have that was a good question. I would never would have got that, but somewhere in the last month I saw it or we talked about it or something. Okay. So that's the only reason why, because there's no way I would remember Pastorini, Plunkett, and
that's the one you saw?
Yeah.
The other ones we would have gotten.
Yeah.
And then, I guess I'll just throw this honorable mention in 2023.
Yes.
Bryce went 1. Stroud went 2.
Anthony went 4.
Yeah. Anderson
Who went 3?
Will Anderson.
Yeah.
Texas got 2 of them.
Oh, yeah. So, and it may go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how far J.J. McCarthy has risen up the charts now. He's going to jump ahead of Drake May,
seems
maybe?
like. Drake may be one of the 4.
Well, yeah.
So, in one form or another. I see these great. This is an let's do this on the other side.
Okay.
But on ESPN, Matt Miller, who's more the scouting side of their commentary, has broken down how many actual first-round talents there are in this year's draft.
All right, well, let's see if that syncs up with.
I think it will, because the good news is, for a team picking 17th, there are 18.
Okay. Because I was looking at, it's funny you say that, because I was looking at Field Yates.
Okay.
And he did his top 50 prospects. So I said, okay, well, let's just see who we get at 17 if it's top 50, and then we'll
okay. Well, let's compare this because he said. Now, look, that doesn't mean there won't be 32 first round. He's got 18 this year with a true round 1 grade. Last year he had, I think, 20. 1 year he had 16. So it's not, picking in the top half of the draft by, if not consensus, by a lot of people's thought. You got a better chance of hitting on a star than you do if you hit at the back of the draft because. The true, quote, graded number ones. And it leaves the Jags in an interesting spot with this one as well. So, let's turn our attention to some of that stuff. We got Brunch with the Tour coming up in the 8 o'clock hour as well. It's a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Jacksonville's home for Florida Gators baseball.
The Gators are back on the diamond for a midweek matchup against Florida A&M. Tonight at 6:30 on 1010 AM.
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at George Moore Chevrolet. Did you know April is Car Care Month? George Moore Chevrolet wants to get you ready and get your car ready for the summer. Revitalize that ride with a rejuvenating oil change and a fresh set of wipers. Service. I've told you about the cars, the trucks, the SUVs, the pre-owned, the electric they have at George Moore Chevrolet. But man, oh man, do they give you service. For a limited time only, take advantage of their exclusive offer. 10% off when you bundle your oil change and new wipers. Tell them Dan O sent you. They're certified technicians. And when I say certified and techs, I mean it. They're committed to delivering top-notch service using only the highest quality products to keep your vehicle running smooth and safe. Visit George Moore Chevrolet's award-winning service department today. Again, take advantage of an exclusive offer, 10% off when you bundle your oil change and your new wipers. You'll be glad you did and get that car cruising for the summer.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Osprey fans, today is Giving Day at the University of North Florida. From athletics to scholarships, lend your support today. No gift is too small. Swoop and support the Ospreys. Visit givingday.unf.edu or call 904-620-1672.
Yo, it's your boy E.T. And if you're still in the market for a sportsbook to call home, bet that nonstop action of the madness with MyBookie. MyBookie is your one-stop for all your sports betting and casino needs, complete with real-life Vegas experience right from that cellular device of yours. Take your viewing experience to the next level with real-time live betting that lets you stream and bet the games right from the comfort of the crib. Sign up now and take advantage of the generous welcome bonus on your first deposit, all the way up to $1,000. Put in $200, get $3. Ready to play instantly using promo code 1010XL. And the fun don't stop there. You'll get up-to-the-minute odds, props, and this week's expert predictions to help you dictate where to put that cash at. And the best part about MyBookie, you can bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Pross, I'm thinking about changing my name.
Again? You're already the media mogul, the straw that stirs the drink, the Duke of Pablo Bay. Now what?
Refer to me as Dreamfinders Danny Hicken.
What in the blazes? Is this a cash grab?
No, it's just that I believe so much in Dreamfinders Homes. 20 locations in Northeast Florida, official home builder of Jags and Gators. Great opportunity for first-time homeowners.
All right. Dreamfinders Danny it is.
Did I mention the lowest interest rates you can find? Visit DreamfindersHomes.com. Now let Dreamfinders Danny celebrate through the majesty of song. Dreamfinders, I believe they will build your home just right.
If you owe the IRS and can't pay, now is the time to call J. David Tax Law. After a 2-year hiatus, the IRS has resumed their aggressive collections letters. Don't wait. Call J. David Tax Law or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by J. David Tax Law. FSU head coach Mike Norvell likes how QB DJ Uilangalele is growing into the Knowles offense.
I think DJ's done really well in grasping that. I think he's done really well, his overall understanding, but now it's just a repetition.
The Jaguars announced on Monday that their annual Duval Draft Party will be on April 25th, beginning at 7 p.m. at Everbank Stadium. The Jags currently have the 17th overall pick in the first round that night. While the event is free, tickets are required in advance and available to the public by registering on their website. The Jumbo Shrimp begin their first road series of the season this evening, traveling to the Durham Bulls through Saturday. The team came from behind to win their opening day contest against Gwinnett, but fell flat on Saturday and Sunday to drop the series. They've gone scoreless in their last 17 innings. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
At 8:04, it's 64 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. It's 8:04. We're hanging out on a Super Tuesday. Please take care of your civic responsibilities and vote. I was looking at, Field Yates, how do I match up at 17? If I go right to 17, the Fuaga kid from Oregon State, who's a big mauler, could play guard, natural tackle. Listen, that'd be fine with me. I mean, I don't know that we've done enough on the offensive line, to be honest with you, but what do I know? But all around there are guys that we've talked about. Byron Murphy, 15, defensive tackle from Texas. Chop Robinson, 18, guy I've talked about. I don't think they're taking Chop Robinson. Brian Thomas, LSU, is 19, and the Mitchell kid from Texas is 20. So who's better, Mitchell or Thomas?
I think, that's a good you bring up something that was just on the top of my brain because I think the Jags think A.D. Mitchell is every bit the player that Thomas is. That's what I think. I think he's real similar. He's a real similar player to Thomas. He's a big play player.
He was definitely their best receiver.
He had 9-10 touchdowns, I think, this year. I think he led him in touchdown catches.
He's a Georgia kid, right?
Yeah, he transferred from Georgia. And just go with A.D. I think it's Adonai is how you say his name. Adonai, Adonai.
Mm-hmm.
But they call him A.D. Mitchell, and I think he is in play there. Yeah, I do. If Thomas and A.D. Mitchell are on the board, I don't think that I think it's just as likely they go Mitchell as Thomas. It's okay. Let's go down. By the way, let's cross over.
Statistically, Mitchell is not as good as Thomas. 55, 845, and 11. Brian Thomas, 68, 11, 77, and 17.
Right. He has 5 receivers. Let's cross over to my list real quick, then back to yours. 5 receivers with first-round grades.
Okay.
And
are they both included?
Thomas is number 17 with a comp of T. Higgins. Adonai Mitchell is number 18 with a comp of George Pickens. So one is ranked 17 on this list, the other is ranked 18, right where the Jags pick. So it's very.
If I get George Pickens without the George Pickens, I would take that.
Yeah,
over T. Higgins.
I'm not saying they're taking Mitchell, but I don't be surprised if Thomas. Now look, these other 3 or 4, if one of them's there, it's a different deal, right? But they're not going to be. No. Neighbors isn't falling. Harrison's not falling. No. Adunze's not falling. But between Adonai Mitchell and Brian Thomas Jr., if that's the direction they go.
Yeah.
So those guys are 17, and he only had 18, I told you.
Okay.
He had 18 players with a first-round grade, Matt Miller. They are 17 and 18. So what do? You look at the cornerbacks.
Yeah.
And see where they show up. You've got Terry and Arnold. He has all the way up at number 8. I've seen Arnold. Now, look, if Arnold falls to the Jags, that could certainly.
Field Yates has Terry and Arnold 9.
So he's high.
Yeah.
I think Quinion Mitchell, they have at number 15, and that's it. They don't have Nate Wiggins.
He has Quinion Mitchell at 11.
Yeah. Does he have Wiggins on there at all?
Mrs. O'Wiggins?
Mrs. O'Wiggins. That is so
only you and
no one even knows, yeah.
25.
Yeah, that seems high.
He checked in at only 173.
Yeah, I think I'd go receiver if you can't get Arnold or Mitchell, I think I'd go receiver, Dan. And when it does go receiver, and by the way, one of those tackles or J.C. Latham is also, those are names that also they could go there. I mean, to your point, what were we screaming when the season ended? We needed more than anything.
Yeah.
O-lineman.
Yeah.
And here we are. We've lost a couple, and we've added Mitch Morse. That's it.
Here are 3 more receivers in the second round. These guys could all be in play if the Jags, but they're a little higher ranked. But McConkey at 36, Ricky Pearsall 38, the speedster from Texas, Xavier Worthy. He's only 165, 39.
That guy scares me. I don't want that guy. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and a fearless prediction or a dime bet or whatever. Xavier
Keon
Worthy,
Coleman as well, 42.
6 years is going to be nothing.
Oh, dear. 6 years you're going to give him.
6 years now, he'll be gone and forgotten. He'll stick around with that speed and play special teams. Maybe he can be a return guy, but no.
Why is Roman Wilson so far down?
Yeah, I don't know.
50th.
Well, I mean, you say far down. That's where the Jags pick, middle of the second.
I would love Roman Wilson.
Well, that's
I would love
that'll be
if
there.
you got me Quinion
Mitchell.
I don't think Roman Wilson will be there. If
Well,
you got me
one of those
Quinion
guys
Mitchell
will
or
be.
Terrion Arnold and Roman Wilson, I would
Don't you
dance.
like Ricky Pearsall a lot?
Yeah.
A lot.
But I'm
He's a
biased.
football
so,
player. No,
yeah.
but I don't think you have to be biased to like the way he plays football.
Yeah, the best catch I've ever seen a Florida receiver make.
That was
ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
It's pretty good.
I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Roman Wilson, 5'11", 185, 4.39. Adept route runner, clutch player for the Natty Champs, great hands, only one drop, ball of energy, 12 touchdowns. I don't know what else you want from the guy. Why is he so low? Is he not better than or as good as any of these other cats?
Yeah. I mean, look, no one knows that. I mean, we're not even no one knows.
Well, that's true.
We're not even those guys don't know. Take those 6 receivers.
Yeah.
One of them will probably be really good. Another 1 or 2 will be okay, and 3 won't be much at all. And so get lucky and take the right one. All the teams will have them graded pretty similarly.
I mean, a team that threw the ball 4 times a game, Roman Wilson, 48, 789, 12 touchdowns, 16.4 yards a carry. That's better than Mitchell. Not as good as Thomas.
Mitchell, I guess a lot of people are on the text line. I'm sure Texas fans are saying he's got the best hands, the fewest drops of all the receivers, and also big clutch catches.
Yeah, okay.
For him. So I like that.
Yeah, he's 6'4", too.
Right, big guy.
Yeah. Interesting. Had 29 catches as a freshman at Georgia, then only played 6 games in 22, had 9 catches. Then 55 last year. So, anyway, it'll be interesting to see how the receivers break down. And, again, just get the right one.
Get lucky.
Get lucky. Get Jamar Chase or JJ, and everybody will be happy. If you don't, then we got problems. And, again, here I'll throw this at you because I've said it a few times, and it's one of my beliefs. I trade up and get the best one that I think, if those 3 are better than everybody else, I don't know that they will be.
That's
In fact,
the problem.
I would make you the bet that
one of the other ones will be just
3
as
that
good.
we're talking
Yeah.
about will be as good as some of those guys.
Well,
but if there's one who stands out,
yeah, but you're
Trevor deserves a true number 1.
Yeah, I don't trust you at all. Not you. I don't trust you at all to identify the right guy and give up resources to go get him. So sit at 17 and need this and hope for the same luck and take Brian Thomas. I'm okay with that. I don't want to trade up to get Neighbors and when I can just get Thomas. That's like trading up to get Chase when I could have had Jefferson.
Yeah.
Trevor, as he improves and stays healthy, should make a guy better than he is too. And I think that he did do that with Zay Jones in particular in 2022. We got to cleanse the palate and get that awful aftertaste of late season out of our mouth and realize we're not near as bad as it felt in that last month and a half of the season. That's fair. It's fair to think we can be what we were at the tail end of 2022.
What's the most famous example of a trade up to get a guy at number 1 receiver? Is it Julio? Didn't Atlanta trade up to get Julio?
Yeah, that worked for them. But then again, you had Cleveland that took like the corner from Ohio State who failed. I mean,
Denzel
Cleveland,
Ward.
Yeah, it wasn't Denzel Ward. It was before him, I think.
Was it?
Yeah, they took a guy who.
Anyway, Atlanta went from 27 to 6. And got Julio, and Julio was everything. So that's kind of Marvin Harrison to me. That's your Marvin Harrison move. Now, way back when, what did they trade to get Julio? 1st, 2nd, 4th round picks, 1st and 4th a year later. Whew. They sent a king's ransom.
Yeah, and then the Browns ended up getting.
But, I mean, I think that's where we are with Trevor. I think we got to go find that guy.
Yeah. Again, good luck. The only guy in those that you would feel confident doing that would be Harrison. Good luck getting to 4.
That's the only guy you're confident of? What if they're confident?
Confident enough to give up Julio Jones type resources?
We talked about what they had to give up, but you wouldn't be confident to go get Malik Neighbors or Rome Odunze. I don't know enough about these guys. They've studied them in depth.
But when Julio came out, Julio was known to do what he came in the NFL and did.
That's right.
I don't know if like Neighbors and those. I don't know if they're like that.
Well, I think Marvin Harrison Jr. has every bit. Even I'll say this: I bet Marvin Harrison Jr. has more thought of more highly than Julio was.
Yeah?
I would say that. You don't agree? Boy, Marvin Harrison Jr. has talked about
he is, but I remember when Julio was coming out and they he's him.
Oh yeah. I feel like that's how he is
This
too.
is why the Browns are the Browns. So the Browns trade the number 6 pick to the Falcons. The Falcons gave up their first pick that year, along with their second and fourth picks, and then they gave up their first and fourth in 2012. As you said, with those picks, the Browns selected defensive lineman Phil Taylor,
Big Phil,
fullback Owen Marichich,
nothing like getting a fullback,
and quarterback Brandon Whedon.
Shout out to Whedon, 22.
They then packaged one of the picks in 2012 to trade up and draft Trent Richardson.
Got Trent.
Oh, 3rd overall.
Oh, boy.
This is what the Browns did. And Julio Jones went on to a Hall of Fame career. At least I would think would be a Hall of Famer, no?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oof.
Well, yeah, I think so. Not first ballot, but he's
a Hall of Famer.
Oh, yeah, so bad.
Justin Gilbert is the guy you talk about, Jeff, the corner.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't think he had anything to do with Julio. Well, now I know after they show it.
By the way, Marvin Harrison's numbers in college, and again, dwarf. I mean, Julio Jones.
Really?
Yeah. Well, Julio Jones' best year, he had one good year. Well, he had 78 and 1133 and 7 touchdowns his last year. Now, again,
Marvin Harrison had C.J. Stroud, and those Alabama quarterbacks.
Last year he didn't.
Well, Alabama quarterbacks stunk, dude. They didn't throw the ball hardly. That's what was so amazing about him. He's playing for like the Jay Barkers.
I think he might have had John Parker Wilson.
Yeah, just awful.
Yeah.
We saw
but
those
that's
teams.
who Marvin Harrison had last year.
Yeah.
He had that guy.
But he also had a high-powered,
and he had 14
pass-friendly, a lot of other good weapons around. You know,
and Julio probably had a Hall of Fame.
I think Alabama had pretty good guys around him too.
He had a Heisman Trophy running back.
I'm talking about the scheme. Ohio State, he kept
Bama
going
wasn't
in a
throwing
scheme
as
that
much
was,
then.
it was
Bama was running. I get
right,
it.
It was using a lot.
I'm just saying. I think Marvin Harrison has easily as much, if not more than Julio did. I think they're both that guy, and I think they both are viewed as that guy. What size is Julio Jones? Marvin 6'3", 202.
Big.
Yeah.
I would say Julio like 6'5".
Not 6'5", but I'd say 6'3", 220.
Let's see what they got him listed as. Give me something here, E. I got him over here at 220. I got no height. I got some height.
I got Julio at 6'3", 220.
Yeah. 6'3", 220. Marvin Harrison Jr. 6'3", 205.
Be here all week.
I just think again, Dan Hicken's world, superstars, go get one. If he is, go get him. I don't care what you give up. Give up your whole damn draft. Go Ricky Williams.
No, at the end of the day, though, Mark, at the end of the day, Neighbors may be better than Harrison. That's what's scary about giving it all. Now look, it's not scary if you're giving it up to go up. It doesn't matter which one you take. You just better take the right one.
That's why you get paid a lot of money to decide who's the best one going to be.
Yeah, but then I look at our draft last year.
Well, that's fair. But Mitchell, Thomas, Wilson, Harrison, Neighbors, Adunze, run through those guys, man. Take the second 3 and the first 3. They'll be fun to compare in the years ahead. You know, how did the first 3 do against the second 3? It's just like quarterback. It's just like any position, bro. It's a guessing game. They could talk all they want. They could say all they want. In the end, they're just guessing.
Of course. I mean,
do your homework, but you don't know.
Correct. It's always been that way. You got to get. It's not, more than guessing. It's luck. They're not guessing. I think they're convicted. You know,
they're convicted.
It's not a guess. They've gone out. They've tried. Oh, this guy's better. We're taking him.
Yeah.
You got to get lucky. No one's perfect in figuring out what these guys are going to go do, be, play, act.
Yeah. But anyway, the top 50 prospects are out. We match up with needs, so that we should get, again, a corner or receiver should be there at 1, and a corner or receiver could be there 2. It looks like there's more receivers than corners, though, so therefore, if there's a corner there, I might go corner first, receiver second.
I think if, again, at least just
unless
again,
I'm trading
from the whispery rumors, and stuff can change over the period, right?
Yeah.
Well, what I've heard from just like what's going on inside, the names that of all the ones we've talked about here, the position we've talked about, the names that were thrown my way were Nate Wiggins and A.D. Mitchell. So, I mean, now that may be assuming these other names are off the board when they pick.
Yeah, I would not like Nate Wiggins. Only because of his size, 173 pounds.
And things can change. Again, the evaluation process, you could run into another guy. You could grade another guy. It wouldn't shock me, though, that the Jags' view and grade on a player is much different than what we see.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Well, that's a fact. All right, what do you got? Brunch with the Tour coming up. That'll be fun. We get our friend Stuart Moore in the house.
Week away from the Masters, but we'll review what happened out in Texas and that dastardly putter of one Scotty Scheffler, man.
Cost you money.
I don't even care about that. It's costing Scotty legacy, man. He's important to putt. We saw him miss that same putt against Sam Burns Eats Worms in a tournament he won a few years ago. You remember that?
Sam Burns Eats Worms.
Was that in Tampa? That was in match play.
Best friends with Scotty.
Are they? Oh, yeah. They stay together. Ride together, die together, make a mess together, the whole thing.
Oh, dear.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
The plot begins to thicken. Now, I can't be specific about the heroes and zeros.
Dan Hicken, Jeff Prosser, Mike Dempsey, Fat Tony, Joe C, Hacker, Matt Hayes, Leon Searcy, Frank French, Hayes Carline, Lauren Brooks, Rick Ballou, 1010XL.
Attention, men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Have you been dreaming of enhancing your living space with top-quality custom windows and doors? Well, now's the 30-day spring sale with Renewal by Andersen. Save $300 on every window, $825 on all patio doors. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. This offer expires April 30th and restrictions apply. Renewal by Andersen, a better way to a better window. Visit rbafla.com.
License number CGC 1527613.
Men suffering from ED or PE, you'll see instant results on your first visit at Prime Men's Medical Center. For a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are totally free. You'll even get a gift that enhances performance in the bedroom. Call 904-664-8217.
This is Hayes Carline for QC Kinetics. The future of medicine is here at QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. If you're tired of achy joints, if your joint pain is keeping you from doing what you love, you need to call QC Kinetics now. They've got 2 great locations. Call for a free consultation at 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. And go see them, Mandarin and Ponte Vedra. You can get in. They've got availability. You need to give them a call. Stop dealing with pain in your hips and your shoulders and your knees. Steroids, surgery, drugs, these are no longer your best options. Regenerative medicine at QC Kinetics is transforming lives with innovative treatments that deliver lasting results. Give QC Kinetics a call today. Again, 904-274-5522. Go see them in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra. That's QC Kinetics.
Hey, this is Stevie Beechurst of Beechurst Plumbing. Growing up in Jacksonville, I was always proud when my dad would point at a building and say, I did the plumbing for that. That's the same kind of pride we instill in every plumber here at Beechurst Plumbing. And that's the kind of pride you can expect when you hire Beechurst Plumbing for your home or business. Right now, we're doing New Year's specials to get your project going. To find out how we can help you, visit beechurstplumbing.com. BETROS plumbing.com. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
Undefeated, undisputed. 1010XL.
Mark Watson here to tell you a little bit about hardballcreative.com. It's your online promo haven with thousands of ideas on how to promote your company. We're open 24/7, 365.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Hacker here. You know, there was a time when negative comments on social media about my weight just faded into the background.
I got so used to seeing them. However, in just 5 weeks, everything has taken a 180. I now notice comments about my weight again because they're completely different. Thanks to dropping a whopping 40 pounds already with Awaken 180. People are noticing and rooting me on. It feels absolutely incredible. I'm diving back into clothes I haven't worn in 15 years, turning back time while losing 5 pounds a week, thanks to Awaken 180 weight loss. I have a whole new outlook on life. I've been down other weight loss roads before, but nothing compares to this. The shift from not noticing the negative to embracing the positive has been profound. So what are you waiting for? Join me on this transformation with Awaken 180. Call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, Brunch with the Tour. Brought to you by
Clearwater Irrigation and Drainage too.
And Art of Natural Stone.
On 1010XL.
Oh, he's the executive vice president of all things green. Stuart Moore is here. Hello, Stuart. How are you, friend?
Great.
Yeah?
Good. Yeah.
Tourist.
Ready for the Masters?
Huh?
Headed to Augusta a week from today. Yeah.
Wow.
Me and Joel Shookman hitting the road.
You and Eldrick. Eldrick's
right.
already up there checking it out,
That's right.
getting ready to make his steak.
Never wanted to miss a free golf writers dinner, so we're going to venture on up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Going to go up there on a Tuesday and come back on a what?
We go Tuesday,
Thursday?
see a couple people. No, we go Thursday as fans.
Oh, you do?
We take
Get
the
a day?
We take the credential off. We go out there. Might
Good.
have a couple pops.
Yeah.
Maybe a pimento cheese and egg salad.
Mm-hmm.
Pimento cheese a little overrated for me.
I need you to. E was asking me about Augusta.
Oh.
How it compares to the Players. They're two different tournaments.
Right.
I want you to tell E what, because E is like, I want to get to Augusta one day, and I said that's cool. It's totally different though. It's more for the really golf fan, maybe.
Sure,
I mean,
yeah.
because the party is not quite the
It's
same.
a different party, right? There's no tacos on 12 at Amen Corner. Although I think I just came up with a great idea.
Hey!
Let me tell you who doesn't like good ideas is Augusta. They've
No.
got their own. They don't need
we
to hear
don't
from you.
need your ideas.
Listen, if every golf tournament was run like the Masters, where you could not bring your phone, and God help you, it's the hilliest golf course you've ever walked your entire life.
Right.
It wouldn't be great for 47 weeks. I think for 1 week a year, it's fantastic.
I think that's a good point.
But I think you have to be savvy. You can't just go out there and be like, oh, I'm going to walk. You're gonna be tired by the time you go down to Amen Corner, come back up. You got to go out there, figure out where you're going to plop a chair down. Now, I do think that is one of the great traditions. They do that at the Players too, but they do it in mass at Augusta.
Like Pross had a point yesterday. He said more at Augusta, you stay in one spot.
Correct.
At the Players, you're kind of mobile.
And those are people that have been going for a lot of years. Or,
Yeah.
Or maybe if you win tickets, you talk to your buddies. Hey, you can go out to number
Right.
5 and sit, left
Right.
of the green or
Is
whatever.
5 the hole at Augusta? Like, what's his signature hole? Like 17 here.
Like Amen Corner, right?
Probably
Is Amen
8.
Corner?
So here, interesting. Amen
yeah.
Corner is 11, 12, 13, right? So par 4, par 3, par 5. But unless you're right behind the tee on 12, you're not within 40 yards of 11 green.
Good point.
You are 150 yards from the green on 12, and you're about 220 from the tee on 13. So, the play it's a kind of a unique setting where the players are almost in this area of the golf course that's just them. No access. But from a fan standpoint, that kind of stinks, I think. But yeah, I mean the party is here.
Right.
This is where you go to have a great time with your buddies and cut work on Friday
And waste management.
and waste management. That's a different time zone, buddy.
Oh, shut that bad boy down.
All right, well, Scotty was going to win his third straight and then take a week off and go win Augusta, but unfortunately, the putter got a little wonky for him.
Putter got a little wonky. Quirky golf course. I thought they did a great job with it. Great build, great fan excitement on that short par 3 on the back. I think it was 15. Cool setting. We're starting to see more and more tournaments. Yeah, it's not 16 at waste.
Right.
But, you can build it up to where it's a must-see, spot
Okay.
on the golf course. And it's
All right.
always kind of like a benign 150-yard hole, so guys can throw darts in there,
Mm-hmm.
get people excited. We see it at 17 at Players. But, yeah, I mean, Scotty, I wouldn't say he had like a horrible putting week. He just missed a couple
No.
down the stretch on
But
Sunday.
he was 92nd, I think.
What's that?
Or was that for the season? I saw he's 92nd. I don't know if that's for the season.
I thought that
or
was
for
season, but
That
yeah.
might be.
Oh, putting-wise?
Because I think he's done better since Bay Hill, but I mean, you can't 3-putt from 6 feet if you're the best player
No, I
in the
agree.
world.
Yeah.
You just can't do it. And I know these guys have this mentality of going in aggressive. If I'm Scotty Scheffler right now, I got to start dying the ball, man. If I just don't 3-putt from 6 feet, I'll win most weeks. He does it every week.
Does it make him more of a favorite for Augusta that he's not coming off 3 in a row and trying to win 4 in a row?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, it'll be Scotty versus the field at Augusta.
Yeah.
I got to make sure I don't pass you and get out of last place then because I need him next week.
We don't know how. Jeff will be spinning the wheel due to March Madness, so.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so we've already.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so we've already got that cooking, and so
Who
now
goes to
he's
Dynamite?
Now he's suddenly paying attention to the golf with a little more verve because he doesn't want to spin it twice.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Why would you?
No, he does not want to spin it twice. But so anyway, a little Texas swing here.
Little Texas swing. So Valero Texas Open. We got 9 of the top 20 players in the world playing in San Antonio
what about
this week.
Let's give some credit to the champion, Jagermeister. What's his
Steven
deal?
Jaeger. No,
Yeah.
I mean, great. Grew up in Germany, but then moved to the U.S. and kind of a Chattanooga guy. You know, he was a great junior player, great college player.
College, please.
Yep. Cut his teeth. Oh God, UT Chattanooga. Yeah. The Mocs. Are they the Mocs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mock
there
Pride.
you go. But he stayed in Chattanooga, cut his teeth on mini tours for a few years, and then a lot of years out on the Corn Ferry Tour. So he's a good, solid player. If you remember him, he was the original Mr. 58. He shot 58 in the Corn Ferry Tour, and then Jim Furyk did it on.
He's in his 40s, is he not?
Jaeger?
Yeah,
I think no. I think he's like mid.
Well, if he did it before,
mid-30s.
Before Furyk, I mean, Furyk shot that 58 15
34
years ago. 34,
yeah.
Okay.
He shot 58 at TPC Stonebray.
Yeah.
58.
Which that's the one up at Connecticut, right?
Well, then Furyk did it at Travelers.
Okay.
Yeah. So, the original 58. No, really good player though. It's a guy that I think people were expecting at some point to break through and win. Did we think he was going to hold off the top player in the world to do so?
Yeah.
Kind of thought it might be more of like a John Deere Classic win, but good for him.
Top player let him off the hook, man.
Yeah.
He did. He let him off the hook. You got a 5-footer. Make the putt. Go beat this dude in the playoff.
A lot of guys had chances too coming down the stretch.
I couldn't help. I was sitting there thinking, here's the reality too. If you get on this hot streak in today's iteration of the PGA Tour,
iteration,
you're
nice
gonna
word.
You're gonna make him a $30 million. I mean,
yeah.
Here's Scheffler just won $8.5 million for those 2 wins back to back.
Yep.
What do we pay? 1.6 now these paltry tournaments. I used to be the one. So he would have
signature, non-signature.
Yeah, if he'd have got that, he'd have been
What do we
up
call
to
the non-signature?
$10 million.
Non-signature?
No,
just a regular PGA Tour event.
Non-signature.
Come to this unimportant event.
They would not like that too much.
We got a non-signature event going on this week in Valero.
Non-signature purse.
Yeah, we call it print.
Yeah. Where is Valero? What city? San Antonio?
San Antonio.
Yeah.
So TPC San Antonio. Good tournament, and again, this is where, like I said, 9 of the
Looks
top.
like we got a decent field.
9 of the top 20 in the world are playing.
Yeah.
They've got 30 players in the field who are in the Masters next week, and that's up from 11 last year. So
Is it still if you win the week before you get in?
Yep.
If somebody has it?
If they're not already qualified.
Right.
Correct.
And they win this tournament.
Yep.
That's always a good story.
Yeah, it's always a
hey,
good
guess
story.
what? You're going to play Augusta. Oh!
And they get the golf course running firm and fast, just like Augusta will. So it's
Garrick
a good prep.
Higo can do it finally.
That's right. There you go.
I mean, Garrick can break through.
So I think some guys like playing the week before a major. Some don't, but I think for the Masters, and we saw it with the Houston Opens for so many years, where they'll shave the banks down and have the overseed running tight, so it gets the guys prepped for Augusta, which is.
I'm a bit torn here because I know who's going to win this week.
It's
and
Corey Connors.
and I don't even need.
Go ahead and pick him then.
And I don't see, and I don't need to hit a winner. I need to be able to get Scotty Scheffler
some money
for the Masters and get that $4 million. So what are we paying this week? What are you going to give me? Like $112 or something? I mean,
A couple gift certificates.
If
Chick-fil-A.
If I pick a winner, I'm going to need the tour to have a good week so that they can stay at least barely ahead of me. I got to get out of last.
That's fair.
But I want
Stuart,
Scheffler for the Masters.
Stuart, can you tell me where Alejandro Tosti went to college?
University of Florida, I believe.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Very much in contention.
Very,
nice.
very.
He was
the coach there, Coach Deacon.
Tosti is what? He's like Argentinian, maybe?
Tosti is called. He says Tosti is what? Sorry, what are we asking here?
It's actually Toasty, I believe. But anyway.
Toasty, yes.
Yeah.
Probably the most talented player Deacon's ever.
Is he?
coached.
Yeah. Argentina? Is that where he is?
No, it's not Argentina. It's like
Colombia?
Chile?
Chile?
I like to say Chile around here.
Toasty is like, Spanish for salty. He got salty out there this weekend.
Well, he's a great guy off the golf course, but inside the ropes, he gets.
He's not liked, is he?
He gets in his own head pretty quickly.
Was he right or wrong in that Scheffler deal? He was kind of or Finau. He's wrong, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, this is Tony Finau, Chief. I know you've been out here for 10 minutes, but get
What did he do? Tell people what he did.
They were arguing over who was away.
Oh, dear.
I mean, something so small, and I mean, and there is like a pecking. I'm sure Fino's like, bro, well, stay in your lane there.
Well, you know who took Toasty under his wing then? The volcano himself.
Oh, Dudley Hart.
Dudley Hart.
Yeah. He used to blow up. Dudley Hart, man. Dudley put up some blow up in a couple of ways.
Dudley'd
More
have
ways
some.
than one.
I think he is from Argentina. Who said Argentina?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, I mean, yeah. So they moved to San Antonio, and is it the chase for the like? I guess what I'm trying to say, I'm surprised that 9 or 11 of the top 20 or whatever you said are in the field. It shocked me.
So here's the deal. So guys are either going to play Houston or they're going to play
Right,
Valero.
after.
No one wants to take 2 weeks off going into a major.
Yeah.
Some guys do, and that's fair.
All right.
Also,
Tiger takes about 40.
40 weeks off, but I think the prep is good for those guys, and they like it. Rory's making his first start at San Antonio maybe 11 years, I think. So,
Stewie, let me ask you a question. Scheffler will be the heavy favorite next week, but who's playing well on the Live Tour that we should look for?
my CW app doesn't seem to work well on my phone, so it's hard to keep up with the action.
Oh no!
Where are they this week? On Miami? Are we in Miami?
Are they playing?
No,
they haven't played since. They're not playing.
They are playing. Yeah,
they are.
Listen, man. Like one of the worst things about all of this is that some of the greatest golfers of all time. I haven't seen
playing
Dustin
in the
Johnson
forest. Yeah.
hit a golf shot.
You're right.
In 2 years.
You're right. John Rahm now and DeChambeau and a lot of. Very few of them are missed, but there's 5 or 6 that you would like to see out there every week.
Listen, man.
Cam Smith, John Rahm, Koepka, Dustin, DeChambeau. That's it. I don't care about Terrell Hatton or Sergio Garcia or Phil or Patrick Reed.
It's like
Terrell Hatton on Live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Left earlier
this year. He's a new one this year.
But you need some guys you hate.
Who cares? Yeah.
We need some people to hate
Well,
that
they're
are good
all,
at golf.
That's who all. But they've got them all. They corner the market.
People hate Sergio, so they will watch Sergio crumble down the stretch.
They don't like a lot of those guys, to be honest.
Most of them are asses.
Yeah.
Hey, what kind of year is Rob Bolton having?
Not great.
No?
No, Rob.
Rob's in a little bit
of
a...
I hope Rob. Do we broadcast in Phoenix? I think he's a big Phoenix guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Power rankings not doing too well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking with you.
Keith Mitchell last week, huh? Nice. Thanks.
That was
thanks,
your
Rob.
guy.
That was my guy.
You've been riding Bolton, and you're barely ahead of me.
I just like to go get like a list.
Yeah.
And then from there, I make my decisions.
Yeah, that's
fair. We do it from we have a fantasy league.
Yeah.
I can just look at the names there and pick them.
Right.
And like I said, I'm torn because I know who's winning this week.
You do.
In fact, I'm going to go to the Hard Rock app when I get home or wherever, and I'm going to put down a little scratch on this pick. I don't know what is. And I know how he picks. He's got them Vegas odds up in there. He's going to go Vegas favorite, so he'll be able to tell me.
Well, in the draft order, JP is he made $687,000 last week, but he's still DAL $4.7 million.
Only till Scotty wins the Masters.
The tour is in a terrible spot. Third place. They're not used to that. They've been dynamite of late, but $5.5 million.
He'll have to do something for us, but he won't have to spin the wheel.
17 Clark and Keith Mitchell last week didn't exactly 1-2 it for you. E had the Bean and J Day. He made $17,000 last week. He was low man on the totem pole for the week, but he remains in second at 8.4. And yours truly with Finau and Sahith Theegala, $9.6 million. So our Dream Finders Homes picks of the week. And Jeff, are you going to tell us who's going to win?
Yeah, I'm going to pick the winner and just take my chances. Okay. And if the tour gets Scotty Scheffler for the Masters, then so be it. But go ahead and this little Friday 5-pack bonus.
Okay.
Yeah, just a degenerate special.
Yeah.
Wow. Take a little, take $10. And put it on the winner of this week's Valero Open in San Antonio, Ludwig Oberg.
I thought you were going Corey Connors.
He's winning. He's winning. Y'all can just all you want. He's winning the golf tournament this weekend. How much? Now, how many dollars does he win for this one? Do you even know?
I don't.
No one knows.
Probably the
What's
1.6.
It's 18% of whatever the purse is.
I mean, for real, I got to do math. Can't you just tell me what he gets?
I'm in the world of a big event promotion.
Take pi and
1.7
divided by the area of the 14th hole. And
1.7. I don't know. In and around there.
9.2 million is the purse.
Okay, so you're talking probably about 1.7 then.
Yeah,
there
you usual.
See.
Got an 18%.
It's a non-signature event, Stuart.
Listen,
non-designated.
I just deal in the signature events, buddy.
Yeah, it's non-elevated.
Yeah, only the big events for this guy.
Right, that leads us
de-elevated. It's a de-elevated event.
Let's go, Rory.
Ludwig, by the way, is number 5 in the power poll, the Bolton power poll.
Okay, what's my odds on Ludwig?
Oh. I will say, hold
I'm
on.
doing it. I'm putting some scratch down on Ludwig this week.
Well,
if I'm going to go like that, then I can, maybe one day buy my way out of the wheel.
It's plus 1,200.
Plus 1,200. It's good value.
Yeah.
Ludwig. He played at Texas Tech,
He did. Love it. So I'm going to go Rory. I said it making his debut or return for first time in 11 years, but he played in 22.
I'm shocked that Rory's playing an event that doesn't play $18 million to win. I mean, it just shocks me.
This leaves us
He played
to
Cognizant.
Emmanuel.
Manuel will be selecting Corey Connors.
Oh,
Why does everybody love Corey Connors?
He's won there
Won
twice.
there 2 of the last 4 years.
Gotcha.
That leaves Danny Boy to take one-time winner Jordo Spieth.
Ooh.
And Hideki-san.
Oh.
Which now transfers us back to Emmanuel.
Max Oma.
Has he done anything this year yet, Stuart?
So now's the time.
Not really.
Yeah.
He's had a few, I don't know, a top 10 or 2. Let's see.
4 top 20s this season, according to Rob Bolton.
Yeah.
Look at Rob Bolton this week.
Not bad. His best finish was 8th at the API.
Let's keep it on Team Europe. I'm going to go Matt Fitzpatrick.
Matt Fitzpatrick's a guy that we pick every week here on a
Yeah.
bunch of the tour, and he misses the cut. And then the next week we don't, and he finishes top 10.
He feels like Xander, but without the consistency. Like Xander's going to get you a $250,000 every time.
Yeah, he is.
Fitz will miss a cut.
Fitzy had a solo 5th at the Players.
Yeah. He's a good player.
Made some cash money. Takes us back to JP for one last pick.
All right.
Add to his winnings from Ludwig.
Correct. No, this is just. I'm gonna
Oh,
go.
man.
I'm gonna keep the number down and go Ricky Fowler.
Oh.
Are you?
We keep the number down. I actually think Fowler has a shot this week.
I like
Does
that.
Ricky sneaky kind of stink at golf?
I mean, that's
I
kind
mean,
of.
I'm probably not supposed to say
I
that.
heard
Low-key
that name all
stink.
year.
But like, the Rocket
68th
Mortgage
at the Players,
win,
36th at the API, 41st at the Cognizant, 35th at the Genesis.
Like, that sucks.
Dang.
Okay,
Right?
Great. Not what you want from Ricky Fowler.
I mean, in that time, he's gone up in the world golf rankings.
Oh, sure.
Previously,
disaster. Disaster at the Ryder Cup.
Yep.
Previously at the Valero, 10th last year.
There you go. There you go.
Money.
I just feel like he kind of won in Detroit, and it's like Ricky's back, and I'm like, or did he just have a good week?
Doesn't
in
Ricky
last
only
July?
have like 3 total?
No, he's got like 5, maybe 5 or 6.
He won
He's
what?
one of them.
Phoenix. He won here. Didn't he win like Tampa maybe or
Sounds about,
or
won
Honda?
He won
Ricky,
Charlotte.
all
was
I
his
know
first.
about Ricky had the 1 year where he was like top 5 in every major,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Then he have that really, it's like a second, a third. He was
Rory won one that year. That was that year.
And super good guy. Like if you ever
Great
spend
guy.
time with Ricky, I mean,
Great
just
guy.
down to
Once
earth.
could not join us for brunch for the tour because he was on the toilet.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Was that a Chris Reimer special?
Yes. Had him.
Sounds
Had
like
him.
Reimer made up an excuse because Ricky didn't want to do it.
Ricky's won 6 tournaments.
There you go.
Broke through in the 2012 Wells Fargo Championship. Then took 3 years off. Came back and won the Players and the
Took
Deutsche
3
Bank
years
in 15.
I forgot about Deutsche Bank.
17, he won the Honda. 19, Waste Management. And then took 4 more years off and won Rocket Mortgage. Meanwhile, he's also piled up 3 internationals and 1 Hero World Challenge.
And has probably made $100 million off the golf course.
Oh.
Easily.
He's done
Off
just
the
fine.
golf course.
Great guy. I mean, I'll talk about a guy that you see out there in like the flashy orange when he had the long hair or whatever, but then you talk to him, he is just so
Good dude.
so down. It's a guy
Good dude.
everyone pulls for.
Yes.
Fans, but also people that work closely with him and his team.
You guys want to give me net worth for Ricky Fowler? Net worth, Ricky Fowler. And
25
stay-
million.
Yeah, stay away from your crazy,
25 million.
You didn't like my $100 million?
25 is higher.
30.
Higher.
40.
40 million.
According to
But by the way, this is what I love. This is what I love about my boy Ricky's 35 estimated total income of 40 million, career earnings 57 million. You spend that money, Ricky. You're making 57 million and you can't get enough interest to make it grow. How much is he spending, bro?
Ricky's one of them boys who lives down there in Jupiter.
Jupiter, yeah.
With right by Justin.
Life, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My man is
What a life.
35. He's made $57 million. He's already spent 17 million of it.
Good for him.
You got to have more than 40 million if you made 57 million. That stuff should be printing itself at that point. Anyway,
I disagree.
All right, well,
I respect
you make that
that.
kind of money, so
Yeah.
I just go with your on this.
I like that.
All right, that's brunch for the tour. Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you, boys.
Great job.
Good job with
As
the
always.
agronomy out there. It's been a good year so far. We'll
Keep them green,
come
Stuart.
back with more on the other side on a Catlin Drug Accessories Tuesday.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Feel the power when the horses run free.
Are you kidding me?
This Sunday at Martinsville. Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234.
Am I dreaming right now?
On Jacksonville's NASCAR station, 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey folks, Hicken here for Zero Res. If you're like me, you're getting the itch to do some deep cleaning, right? Problem is most of us, well, we kind of pack rat, right? We don't like throwing things away. But I'll tell you what we do. We always call Zero Res for our floors. Well, the Zero Res crew clean all the flooring because this month, all flooring, 25% off. That's right, 25% off. Carpets, tile and grout, wooden vinyl floors, and area rugs. Great time to get the floors clean. Zero Res, man. Spell it forward, Zero Res. You spell it backwards. It's the right way to clean.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is now offering ortho walk-in appointments. If you have an immediate need for orthopedic care, contact Southeast Orthopedic Specialist immediately. Avoid ERs and urgent care waiting rooms. For more information, go to se-ortho.com.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Start your Sunday off with a cup of Joe and some sports medicine intel. This is Joe C. inviting you to join me and Dr. George Bari for Breaking Bones every Sunday morning at 7:30. And if you miss an episode, just look for Breaking Bones wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hey, business owners, Mia here for Window Gang. Picture this: pristine storefronts, gleaming office buildings, spotless exteriors. How? With Window Gang's superior pressure washing, window cleaning, and more. Whether you're a storefront, apartment complex, condo, or office building, Window Gang will transform the look of your business. Plus, they're fully insured and bonded. Call 262-7300 to schedule your free estimate. That's 262-7300.
Leon Searcy here, Jaguar legend and three-time national champion. Are you ready to elevate your game and dominate on the gridiron? Our elite offensive line camp is designed for young athletes who aspire to push their limits, refine their skills, and become the very best. It's called the Lineman Life. Sunday, April 14th, D1 training on Beach Boulevard. Whether you are aiming to make a starting lineup or a college scholarship, this camp is for you. Spots are limited, so secure your spot now. Go to eventbrite.com, the Lineman Life -offensive line camp. Enter promo code 1010 and get $25 off. Greatness awaits.
Open early and open late. Dailies is always there, making things easy for you to cruise in and cruise out. So hit Dailies cold case the next time you're craving a cold one. Bud Light by the case, plus plenty of singles to choose from. Corona to the King of Beers to Stella or a Natty. They're all cold at Dailies.
Bring your marketing to the next level with 3D Digital, your local video production and digital marketing agency that specializes in ensuring your brand's story is seen, heard, and remembered. Our award-winning team creates professional content that will be launched across multiple platforms to precisely target your audience. Call us at 904-712-4004 or visit 3ddigital.com to define, design, and deliver exceptional results for your business.
Are your kids ready to play this summer? Come check out the Y. Summer is a time for kids to explore new things and expand the limits of their imagination. At the Y Summer Camp, every day is a new adventure. Kids can learn about STEM, arts and humanities, athletic sports, outdoor games, and more. Registration is now open, but space is limited, and spots are filling up quickly. Learn more and find your adventure at fcymca.org. Search Summer Day Camp.
Bueller Air Conditioning presents
Are You Cool?
Today's lucky contestant, a cheese negotiator from Jacksonville, Florida. Meet Margaret Drent.
How do you like my costume, Bob? I'm Gruyere.
Well, you smell great, Margaret. But here's your question. What's wrong with your air conditioner when you hear this sound?
Oh, that's a toughie. Are you sure you don't want me to tell you the suggested retail price of a box of rice-a-roni?
5 seconds, Margaret.
Is it a compressor motor starter failure?
That's right, Margaret. And if you call the coolness experts at Bueller Air Conditioning, we can fix that faulty AC to make sure that you are cool.
It's surprisingly stuffy inside a giant cheese.
You signed the waiver, Margaret.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Golf is as popular as it's ever been, and Hidden Hills welcomes all who love this game as much as we do. You'll surely enjoy our Arnold Palmer design, which is nestled in one of the highest elevations in North Florida. Book your tee time today, and you'll be glad you did.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Which of those positions, Fred, if I told you you're getting an all-pro player for the next 5 years, would be best for the Jaguars to get here? A corner or a receiver to pair with Trevor?
If we know they're going to be an all-pro, in my opinion, you have a franchise quarterback that you're hoping to turn the corner. But corner is tough. You know, it's hard to find good corners. But because of the quarterback that we have, I would want to pair him up with a all-pro receiver.
I think it matters, Dan. You know, the Patriots are such an odd situation, circumstance. They're so unique, and Brady's so unique. And even they bit the bullet with some all-pro talent. But go find me the great quarterbacks in history. You're not finding. I mean, Peyton Manning was throwing to Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne.
Marvin. Yes, he was.
You know, Aaron Rodgers.
And Dallas Clark, who's pretty good tight end.
Yeah. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, you say, well, he threw to Tyreek Hill for some of that. He's been throwing to Travis Kelce.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that you better have a Jimmy Smith, man.
Yeah.
You know, you better have a guy.
It's fair to have that guy. I mean, you want to give your guy the best chance to succeed, and that's why I'm kind of an advocate for doing what I've been saying, but which is trading up and getting a guy.
Yeah.
But you know, if you give up a lot of capital, man, you got to get the right guy. But I would take it if you told me.
I hear you.
Again, like you asked Fred, if you told me you were going to get me an all-pro receiver, a Pro Bowl receiver, man, I would give you the first, second, third rounders this year. No problem.
Well,
and
you
then
got to be careful. I mean, I think we mean like DJ Chark was a Pro Bowler. We're talking about a guy who's
I'm talking about
Justin Jefferson,
all
Stephon Diggs,
I'm talking all-pro.
Devontae Adams, that guy.
A handful of. And we kind of defined.
You know what's so interesting about those guys? The three I just mentioned, Dan. What do they have in common? Justin Jefferson, Stephon Diggs, Devontae Adams. I mean, two of those guys aren't even first-round picks, and the other was the fifth receiver taken in his class.
Yeah, but
that's the danger.
That's the danger. That's the stranger danger.
Yeah.
So we'll see. All right, let's do this real quick. Let's narrow this deal down here to our 5-pack for the wheel spin.
Oh, boy.
Let's get this thing moving.
Is it 5 or 6 that go on there?
How many do we have on that wheel? I can't.
I think it's 12, so 6.
But there's also like
a free spot.
We get a choice. We have the
loser select and
loser select.
Was there?
There's one of those.
What's
the other? And a spin again. That's what they were.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me see how many.
All right, stand by. We're gonna get this done. We've got yesterday. You guys gave us a bunch of good ones. He's counting them up right now, and then we'll.
It looks like.
5 and 5.
A spin again and a loser pick.
Okay. Loser as in you're the loser? So you get to pick what you want?
I get to pick which of the 5 you've got that once.
Okay. All right, here we go.
I was hoping you'd forget. You ever like a kid? I remember this. Can I share this real quick?
Yeah, please.
I'm a kid, E.T. and Dan. Understand, I grew up in Middle Tennessee, and I've told this before. We went to church every Sunday morning, every Sunday night, every Wednesday night. When I say every, I mean every.
Okay.
Every once in a while on a Sunday. And you're a kid, you know what time they get you up, what time you got to get going, what times, Every once in a while on a Sunday, they'd be about 10 minutes late, 15, 30 minutes late. I'm like, ooh, maybe this is a week. Maybe we're not going to church this week. I'll watch cartoons. Maybe I'll. And then inevitably, partied in. We were going to do exactly what I was kind of hoping. And my point is, that's kind of the mentality. I was trying to stay under the radar. I wasn't going to bring it up again. And
if it go away.
Sadly, Dad just opened the door. Get up. We're running late. Time for church. Yeah, the Church of the Wheel I'm about to go to. It's a satanic cult.
It is. I'm going to need some help from you as well on this one. Thank you.
Let's do it.
I love this one. You brought this up late, but what about the dog shock collar with the word?
I'll do it.
You'll do it.
Yeah. I got to get something with Doc Murphy, though, to, I don't know if we want to put it
get cleared.
Yeah, maybe put it on my arm somewhere. I want it to be
That's
painful.
Fair.
I don't know.
No, I don't want to kill you.
Well, I want to.
Or send you into AFib.
We need to do
whatever.
it right. We need to do it on test it a couple times and I want it to hurt.
Right.
But I don't want to short circuit my. Could you imagine if we died on the air?
Oh God!
Forever.
Stop.
We'd be in everybody's trending the next day.
Oh,
by the way, and here's the problem.
I can say that about me. I couldn't say that about one of y'all.
Yeah. Here's the issue with the dog shot collar. The one bad issue. If I have it, I'm gonna. Oh, let's test it, bro.
No, that's not fair. No, there'll be a wheel spin if it's used unjustly. We got to come up with whatever the word or phrase is, and you only get me with that. And if I can somehow avoid it. By the way, what you should do, here is it. I wonder, should we do this? Because I've already forgotten what it is you say. I say all the time. I had no idea. I need to ask you that after the fact, but I was thinking, you almost should not know what the phrase is if you're me.
Oh, no, you can't know.
But it has to be real. It can't be A or or Jaguars. It can't. Right, it's got to be something that's
Gators, Billy Napier,
something. And maybe you learn that it takes you a while to figure out what is it.
Or you could do a buzzword like Trevor Lawrence.
What did I say?
Right. I'll say, hey, I want to talk about the quarterbacks for a second, boss.
But
lead you into it.
You can't buzz him every time. He says right after. You
well, here's the thing. Once you get buzzed, then you know what the word is.
Well, you'll figure it out. Yeah.
Well, that's no good. We got to come up with something better.
Okay.
Because you're right. Once I buzz you,
I guess the idea is you do something so either much more that you realize you do it subconsciously almost.
Every time you get up out your seat. Something like that.
Oh, you get buzzed a lot then.
Yeah, because you would forget.
There's got to be something. All right, well, let's put that to the side.
Oh,
then.
wow. Just like that. It's out. I should have just said yes, shut up, and moved on.
Okay. What about I like the mayo. Either pie or bath, like the Duke's mayo.
Yeah, I think that if you want to know what's grosser for me,
probably the pie.
The pie.
Yeah,
it's in the face.
Yeah, pie. A mayo pie in the face is, honest to goodness, that would
be great.
That's as bad as the pee pants. To me, honestly.
Yeah, we'll go right outside.
But it's not embarrassing. I want to stay away from the going out in public. Wearing.
That's where
the
clown suit comes in.
And that's okay. I mean, I'm not going to totally take it off the board. I will.
No, good? I like clown suit. I like clown suit billboard or clown suit teach.
Here's the thing, I'm not trying to avoid people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried about standing in. I wonder if out here in front of our thing where they come riding by all damn day long, or they can take a trip by to see it. If we shouldn't set up here on a sidewalk right in front, not under the building, out on the road.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. They got that service road up there, or if y'all scout out a place, I'll do it. I don't care. I'm not trying to.
I'll scout out a place because I'm
trying to be safe.
As you know, I walk to work.
Yeah.
So you've seen a lot.
I've seen a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
And I cross South Side.
Yeah.
It's not. There's.
You
a
can
spot,
set me anywhere you want. I just don't want to stand in a median or in the
All
middle of the. I don't want to get hit by a car on a wheel bet.
You're not gonna get hit. No, you won't get hit by.
People look, they see, they're not paying attention.
Put
Suddenly,
you in
I'm
front of a-
sideswipe.
put you
Me
in front of a-
and Yoda are gone.
Put you in front of a school.
Oh gosh.
They'd probably get arrested.
I'm Jeff.
Yeah.
1010XL.
Correct.
Clown suit. All right, that's one. Mayo pie is two.
Okay.
How are
the
you
wheel.
with the screaming chicken blindfold?
That sounds like way too much work. That's
Okay.
good in creativity
All right,
and in concept. We're not going and getting chickens.
All right.
And And I'm not down with just being blindfolded and whacked at indiscriminately with a belt, man.
Yeah.
But what is the imagery here?
Yeah. What about the what else do we have? Oh, what about the getting drilled with a fastball at the Suns game? It's Jumbo Shrimp game.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
No, that's enough. All right.
That's just dating. I mean,
that's fine.
Stuff breaks, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, okay.
We're older.
Yeah.
We're not, you know, right in the back though. That'd be ugh. What were some of the other ones we had?
Well, they had a ton here. Hold on, I wrote some down.
Yeah.
I was writing for y'all.
What about the mile? Do you want to revisit the mile run with like eating something before the mile?
But with the penalty.
With the penalty if I don't do. But if we eat something, we might have to jump it up to like 10:30, 11 or something.
We'll give it to 11.
I mean, because that throws something in. I'm probably going to puke on the way.
Yeah. But we can pump it up
So
to
what
11.
are we eating?
All right.
So it got to be something heavy, like 3 donuts and a glass of milk, or
like a big glass of milk and like a honey bun. I think it was a honey bun.
A honey
remember?
bun.
Like a honey bun and a
and I got to run the mile in less than 11, or I have to finish the gallon of milk.
Yes,
that's what it is.
That's it.
I drink a big glass of milk.
That's it.
And eat the honey bun.
The honey bun mile challenge.
If I don't beat 11, I got to come here and do the hacker milk challenge and do that, and we'll ultimately,
which will ultimately cost you your cookies.
Correct.
All right, I like that.
All right, so there was that. There was the Waffle House.
Yeah,
y'all talked about that.
I got enough eating ones though.
These aren't what I want. I'm just telling you what you had put out there.
No. You wrote them down. I wrote them down.
There's
we got the caddy.
What am I? Something room. What have I got? Panic? We didn't do a panic. What?
No.
Clown lecture your class in a clown suit.
But I'm okay with just one clown.
Just one clown thing. I wrote Dodgers cap. I knew that the Dodgers cap in and of itself wasn't enough, but did we do something with the Dodgers cap? Okay.
I was okay.
Clown sandwich
I know it
board,
would bother
Waffle
you more
House,
than people would.
Mayo
but
pot.
It wouldn't do enough for me.
Oh, the
caddy for
you two at the somewhere at his deal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not that fun.
I mean, it'd be good, but it wouldn't be great.
What did I write down
We have 3
here?
great ones right now. We have.
I said it's something that starts. It looks like it starts with an M.
Mm-hmm. Well,
something room. What was it? That's because I only wrote down a few. What is the?
We said something about paintball. Were we going to go with the paintball?
He didn't want to do paintball.
Okay. Well, we could do one. Yeah, the one on 2. We said it wouldn't be. It would be too. It's easier for me as the huntee.
So we have clown suit billboard, we have the mayo pie, and the honey bun milk challenge. I love those 3.
Those are all 3 good.
So I need 2 more.
And we had the. The ones I wrote down.
Like I have the blender challenge, but I don't want to do that because I already have a couple food ones.
Yeah.
Is the telescope already put together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I've forgotten them all. Here I am, and we've worked so hard. I wrote all these down, and I can't find any of them.
Oh, you wrote them?
Let me go back to the text line because there was a bunch on there yesterday.
But you didn't write them. I mean, you don't have them right.
I thought I did, but I apparently didn't. I don't know where I put them. So anyway, my point is this: look, again, we know each other, and we know what each other will like to do and not like to do, and those 3 are awesome. You know, because those are not fun for Jeffrey. Okay, and the fact that he's willing to do them, I'm good.
We have done the clown suit and pea pants for last place in our fantasy football league. The wheel has been great motivation.
Yeah.
That's from the text line, Design My Lifetime Enclosures.
We had the Waffle House challenge.
Yeah, that was in there. And
Jumbo shrimp and full Dodger gear.
Nah, doesn't do enough for me.
That's not that embarrassing either.
No.
The Dodger hat, I mean, what? I wouldn't do that. That's too easy. Would
you pelted with paintballs for 10 to 30 seconds?
Well, that's a lot.
That's a lot. That hurts.
Yeah. I mean, these are cat. Some of those are cat things. We go back to the day where we just drink 12 ounces of vinegar. I couldn't do that. Vinegar is my second favorite.
This isn't too bad. Decked out in Titans gear, top to bottom, walking up and down South Side with a sign. Once you get 25 middle fingers, you're done. Oh man.
Yeah, this was always. Yeah.
We never did the dunk tank.
No, did we ever get somebody to do it?
Yeah. Again, the hacker stuff. Jeff shares a tandem bike ride with hacker. No, that's not what I want. Anyway, we have
lady guest from the drill way back suggests that Jeff eat a bowl of raw ground beef. He'll be fine.
Man, that ain't happening.
Sounds like I'm Perhaps left a lady a little angry with me after she was a guest on the drill. I mean, what does that mean? Sounds like she's trying to kill me, like salmonella or something.
I wouldn't.
The Waffle House got another vote for that coming in.
Yeah. I'll tell you what one Drew had to do.
Something about singing too. They've said you could make me karaoke 3 songs, which I'm not dying to do. I don't know. Yeah, I don't care. I don't.
What about you take a blow up doll out to dinner? Would you do that?
Nah.
No?
I can't. Just from the. I can't. I don't want to do that. Yeah, that's a cat thing. It's too sexualized, bro. It's too dirty. I don't want to. That's not. I'll take a. That's
fine.
Yeah.
I was just.
There's a dude here that has got a 130-foot crane. Wants me to take up and stay in it. That would petrify me. I don't. I'm reading.
Show.
I'm reading from the text line.
Yeah, from yesterday.
Yeah. And they're seeing it in right now.
Okay.
And some of them I don't.
I'm not against the crane thing. I'm not against the crane thing.
The polar deal that we've never done, no one's ever done. We've talked about. We put it on there. The urinal with the toothbrush. That one's out there again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means exactly. It's like what's
well, you clean the portal from hell. And
I know, but what constitutes clean? You know what I mean?
You got to go hands in. I mean, the whole thing.
That is just. I could end up with a disease.
You could.
I'm not even gonna lie. Jeff has to take the SAT on Masters Sunday.
That would be painful.
I'd miss it. Yeah.
Christmas tree that thing.
What about the Waffle House challenge in full Dodgers gear? Yeah, no.
I'd do that.
Yeah.
Would you do that?
That's full gear, like a jersey and a hat. I'm not going and finding baseball.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can get
the dog shot collar. Oh, we decided that. Is there some way to the dog shot collar's got some potential there? How about you get 3 shocks an hour? And I don't know when they're coming.
Okay.
We do the show.
Yeah.
You get 3 shocks an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Starting at 6 a.m.?
Yeah, once every second. No, start when he gets here. The gravy trainer in there. It starts at 7 in there. Big boy. Yeah, why don't we do that? And I could do that. I could have to wear a Mets hat or something if you want me to. I don't know. People are doing that. The Dodgers right now are more hated than the Mets. I'm sorry, damn. That's your fault.
It's my fault.
Yeah, how about that? You get like three shocks an hour?
Wash my truck in a Speedo thong.
Again, the guys are out there dainty, man. There's a lot of people want to see me. I should perhaps do some sort of calendar, E.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be for if I'm doing that. If I'm bearing the buns, it ain't going to be for charity.
This one would be terrific, but you won't do it. This one I would put on right now, and E, because I would be good at this.
All right.
The only one who would be better at this than me would be Jeff, but I wouldn't mind doing it. But I would put him in such bad spots he would be miserable. Jeff goes to the town center, St. John's Town and Country Center.
They put the earpiece
with an earpiece, and me and ET tell him what he has to say to people, like Impractical Jokers.
That would be great, bro.
Yeah. Yes, no.
I could do that.
You'll do it.
Oh, that would be great.
I could do that.
All right.
I could do that. Before we actually spin the wheel, we got to get some parameters, like what are we doing, how long we got to. It's
got to be during the show.
Got to be during the show.
Facebook Live it,
and I don't mind that, but it's got to, I just want to keep it in the bounds of propriety, not for me, bro.
Right.
If we're going out,
it has to be uncomfortable.
If we're going out with a bunch of college age dudes, I can play any game you want, but I'm not going up to women in the town center and being,
rude.
off color.
For sure, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
But and y'all know that. Bobbing for apples and baked beans. Ugh. Where do you people come up with your stuff? Jeff would be in the basket with a chair. You can do the show from the top of the crane. Oh.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
That's scary, dude.
No way.
I would literally be hunkered in the corner of that thing. I would be crouched down like a character in a shipwreck movie. Oh.
All right, I think we got enough now. So, okay, let's do this. You want to clean the 1010 XL bathroom with a toothbrush?
The answer to all these questions is no.
Are you willing to do that one?
I am, but I'm going to need a mask. I'm going to need some gloves.
Did you want to do earpiece or Waffle House challenge in Dodgers gear? Dodgers?
One is a lot easier to pull off, you know, with our resources.
Like
so.
Waffle House Challenge, you could be there at 6 a.m.
Yeah, I could go to find one. I could stop at one on the way in.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
One. All right, so here it is. It's a Waffle House.
Because there's actually one on San Jose right on the way in.
Yeah.
I could just stop.
All right, so here we go. Clean urinal.
And if I could eat them fast, I could go home early. That'd be extra motivation, eh?
Clown soup billboard, mayo pie, and honey bun milk challenge mile run.
Okay.
Those are the 5. We have the 5. We'll prepare them. We'll spin it tomorrow. Is that good? We got to take a break. We're late. We're way over.
Dude with a Dodger. Does one of those include Dodger gear, you said?
Dodger gear when you.
That's the waffle challenge, isn't it?
Okay, then somebody has a Dodger poncho. That's even stupider looking.
Yes.
So I could wear that too if I get it.
Like, what you got a poncho?
I'll be in Waffle House.
You'll do the show from Waffle House.
And I'll do it else. I'm gonna actually probably we'll have to talk to them and you know make sure that the bean counters here don't say that.
We'll change the challenge a little bit in that we'll say you've got to eat at least one waffle an hour. 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 4 waffles. We'll figure out. I
got to have a way to get out.
Yeah. We'll figure out the parameters of the Waffle House Challenge, but we'll do that with Dodger gear.
All right. Okay.
So we got our 5. We're good to go. I'm okay with it. Jeff's okay with it. He's okay with it. And it'll bother him because he's agreed to one thing about Jeff, sometimes he agrees to a little bit more, and then when he realizes what he's agreed to, he'll start to go, oh, God, what have I done?
Credit the Googans and the peer pressure. Yeah. They come at you like, oh, you're only doing what you want. They're not only doing what I want, I don't know what to do any of these things.
These aren't great. I'm telling you right now, a mayo pie would be awesome. The honey bun milk challenge mile run would be fantastic. The cleaning the urinal would be terrific just because of the video. The clown suit would make him miserable. Miserable.
Yeah.
So that will be great.
Yeah.
I'm Jeff. Yeah. You know, so a lot
of
good
stuff. I got a picture
stuff.
of the Googans in the fantasy football, and he took the. Now, see, they put the blow up doll in.
Juju went out to dinner with the blow up doll or took her to a bar.
He did it in. See, young kids can get away with that.
Yeah.
You know, it looks like. I will say this. Come here, and look at this picture real quick. Mm-hmm. Credit to my dude. He's like me in finding the right convenience store for the pee pants.
Yes.
Doesn't he look like he's picked a lunch when there's no one there? And he's got his blow up doll now. They've dressed her, thankfully, so that makes it different too.
Yeah.
I mean, if you'll let me go eat lunch at like 10:45 here around the corner.
No, that will never happen again. Right. This is The Drill at 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Home of the Jaguars fan.
To see the stadium packed tonight, it was awesome. One of the best game environments I've been in.
This is 1010XL.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you got divorced, you have children, you want to take care of your family. Of course you do. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. Matt's the attorney. I'm not. But I've got the question. Have you done your last will? I know what you're saying, Hicken. No, I haven't thought about it. I'm in my 20s, my 30s, my 40s. I don't care. Get it taken care of. Get it put to bed, and then don't worry about it again. Because that allows you to get the assets to the people you choose. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson's going to listen. He's going to help you with some tough decisions. Provide you info needed so you are at ease with your choice. It's the Hinson Law Firm. You got questions? Maddie's got the answers. Reach out. 904-527-1700, 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet have just received a special allocation of new vehicles directly from the factory. Not 10, not 20, but hundreds of new vehicles with special savings that haven't been seen in years. Every new vehicle available in your favorite color and option as far as the eye can see. Plus, get our exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty with every new car purchase. Hurry to Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville before the best deals are gone.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
If you have experienced problems when it comes to selling your home, maybe it's just because you have not discovered Chad and Sandy and ChadandSandy.com. That's Chad, A-N-D, Sandy.com. You can call them at 904-414-6200. But here's the bottom line. Your home will be sold, guaranteed, or they'll buy it. So whatever you think your problem may be, whether you need more space for an office or growing family, or you want maximum equity from your home, but you're not sure how, Chad and Sandy deliver with a promise, and at the bottom line, it ends with your home is sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. That is the definition of a guarantee. The proof is out there. Pete in Lakeshore writes, I was in a pickle. I heard Chad and Sandy on the radio, and I called because I needed cash out on a rental property fast. I was struggling to rent. Chad and Sandy got a full offer, full asking price within days. Go to chadandsandy.com. That's chadandsandy.com, or call 904-414-6200 today.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said, gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations, Julington Creek, Jax Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine, and over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing, or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
It's Taylor Doll from Helmets and Heels. You know, I've got to tell you about an amazing experience I had recently. I'm moving, which most of you know can be a very stressful time. I had to get my carpets cleaned, so of course I called up Zero Res, and let me tell you, they did not disappoint. Zero Res came in and worked their magic, leaving my carpets looking brand new. If you want impeccable service and a great deal, it saved me time, made my move a bit easier, and was less than if I took that apartment cleaning fee. Zero Res, spelled backward or forwards, is the right way to clean.
Yo, it's your boy E.T. And if you're still in the market for a sportsbook to call home, bet that non-stop action of the madness with MyBookie. MyBookie is your one-stop for all your sports betting and casino needs, complete with real-life Vegas experience right from that cellular device of yours. Take your viewing experience to the next level with real-time live betting that lets you stream and bet the games right from the comfort of the crib. Sign up now and take advantage of the generous welcome bonus on your first deposit, all the way up to $1,000. Put in $200, get $3. Ready to play instantly using promo code 1010XL. And the fun don't stop there. You'll get up-to-the-minute odds, props, and this week's expert predictions to help you dictate where to put that cash at. And the best part about MyBookie, you can bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Southern Oak Insurance. Gator head coach Billy Napier sees quarterback Graham Mertz's leadership as a strong presence for the team's offense.
Graham starts with a leadership presence and credibility. Essentially, this is his team, and I think that's probably the big takeaway.
Ernie Sims, an All-American linebacker at Florida State, has joined the FSU staff as a defensive analyst. Head coach Mike Norville announced on Monday. Sims has 7 years of experience working on college staff, all in the state of Florida, and most recently served as linebacker coach for UCF. Vontae Davis, former NFL cornerback for the Indianapolis Colts, Buffalo Bills, and Miami Dolphins, has reportedly died. He was 35. The cause and circumstances of his death are unknown. However, Davis was arrested 2 months ago in Miami for driving under the influence. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 9:17 at 67 degrees, time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I'm too sexy for my love.
Yeah.
Too sexy for my love. Love's going to leave me.
I feel like you're sexualizing me, and I don't appreciate it.
Well, everybody want to put you in a Speedo, so...
Why everybody want to sexualize me, man?
That's the vibe.
Huh? I don't need that brutality. I'm a person, E. I know I do a show here. I know I'm a character. I'm a real live human being. I got feelings on the inside. When you come at me hard and you call me names and you're mean to me on the text line, I mean, I take that home.
False bravado.
Yeah. No, the bravado's real, but doesn't mean there's not some pain in there with your mean-spirited comments and your sexualization of me. One of the main differences between men and women. Men would prefer to be sexualized. We'd rather you think we're hot than talented. Hi.
Holla at me. Tell me how you feel.
Oh, we kid because we care. There's a men's Final Four, Dan. Were you aware of that?
There is.
Yeah, they're going to be playing coming up. And I don't remember, and again, I don't remember every Final Four.
Okay.
But most Final Fours, Dan, until like last year, throws you off on what the Final Four usually really is. The Final Four usually really is 4 really good teams seated between 1 and 3. That's usually what it is. You might get a 5 drop in there now and then, or a 7 may run the table. And I know Bama technically is what, a 4? 4 or 5? What is Bama, a 5 seed?
They were
it's a 4 or 5.
I think they're 4.
All right. I don't know if I've seen the 2 power players get the pass into the finale like this. Which I guess what I'm saying is, if things go to form, the potential for a great championship game is there. Both these teams will be significant favorites over who they're playing.
Yeah, UConn, Purdue.
Yeah, the Carolinas and the Houstons and the Arizonas they're all out.
Yeah.
So if you're Purdue, you get NC State, man. I mean, they've been a great story, but there are a lot harder opponents that you could have gotten.
Yes.
To take something out of you. Same with UConn. You almost feel like there is no team you can put in their bracket that'll make them look tough. And I don't know, maybe I'm speaking out of turn, but at least from a seed standpoint, you got these 2 ones who are the top 2 of the top 3 seeds in the overall. And really, with Houston's injuries, they were not a top seed. They were more like a 3.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess what I'm pointing to the potential for a real, all-timer in a championship game, a real throwback game with those 2 big dudes that can anchor down and 2 number 1 seeds, 2 teams that took turns being number 1 in the country over the course of the year with a couple other teams. These have been the 2 best teams all year. That doesn't. I guess what I'm saying is, it's not often that the 2 best teams in the country all year meet in the championship.
Yeah, you could have really who everybody kind of thought was going to win.
The
interesting thing about
who did Michigan beat in the football championship?
Washington.
What didn't happen this year? Washington and Michigan weren't the 2 best teams all year. Washington never got up into that consideration. No. I guess that's my point. It's like if you have it in football, it's easier to happen. It happens more often than not in football.
Yeah.
So in basketball, for maybe the 2 best teams to meet and for them to be relatively, that hurdle is not. I guess the point I'm trying to make, and I'm not sure I've made it great. No team has an advantage with their semifinal matchup.
Right.
It's not like one of them has to play a blood and gut number 1 seed that would be equivalent to the final. Like you look at South Carolina, NC State, and you feel like they got off a little bit easy making it to the Final Four.
Yeah.
When you see what UConn and Iowa had to do against their opponent. So I'm excited about that championship game, but I really am, and I'm normally not. I'm normally an underdog guy, Hick. If I was just sitting here, I'd pull for Alabama and NC State to meet. But there's a part of me that wants to see a great game between UConn and Purdue.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also fascinated by one time a 16 beat a 1, and they turned around and won it the next year. Now a second time.
Has an 11 seed ever won a natty?
I don't think so.
No.
No, I think an 11 has been to a Final Four.
Low. Yeah, it wasn't.
Last year, maybe.
I think.
George Mason?
Yeah. Larinagas, who the Gators got.
Yeah, the Gators got.
And they took care of
huge break, yeah.
Yeah.
They beat him easy.
Yeah. And that's kind of
that's what's going to happen.
Well, you think that.
I just don't understand how NC State has done what they've done. They didn't beat a ranked team all year. They lost 4 out of their last 4. They lost 7 of their last 9. It's like almost as if 3 guys came back from injury. Then it would be understandable. It's nonsensical what the NC State team is doing. They were 17-14. They lost 7 of their last 9. They got walloped in Tallahassee. They lost at home by 15 to Duke. And I just don't know how they won 9 in a row against the quality of opponent. They beat North Carolina in that.
They
beat
kind of
Duke
sort of
twice.
came together as a team. They've played well. You got the inside guy. Everybody loves them. You got the, they got a senior guard. They got some veterans out there, and they just have this chemistry and this. We're fine. We don't get panic when we get down. Now we're going to be okay, and they've been fun to watch. I'll kind of pull for them, even though I've got Purdue UConn, and I kind of want to see Purdue UConn, but. Could you imagine if we got NC State, Bama.
I'd be good.
There's no chance of that happening, but almost zero.
Yeah. I think
Not
there's
both pulling the upset.
No, yeah. The only two reasons I think it could happen, and I'm with you. This is not a prediction, is because I feel like Purdue's DNA makes them vulnerable, and I feel like Alabama's skill set makes. I mean, Alabama could always go Villanova on them.
Yeah, not miss.
Yeah, they could have it right. Yeah. They could have a day where they hit all the threes, and you look up, and Alabama's got a 16-point first-half lead, and they hold on.
Yeah.
That can happen because of the way Alabama does do one thing like better than anyone else, and that's score.
Yeah.
So if you at least have something, but I've also seen like Alabama against Florida would go ice cold.
And UConn,
they'd miss shots all over the place and lose by double digits.
UConn plays defense too.
Yeah, UConn's going to.
They play great offense, but they also play great defense.
Not a prediction.
I'm looking at this picture, and I read a little bit about this, but you said the Live Tour is coming back this week, and that's fine. I don't know when the last time they played is. But I was looking at this picture of Anthony Kim. Boy, he looks terrible.
Is this the? And there's no doctoring or photoshopping of that. I saw the one where he was leaving the Live tournament, and his face looked all saggy. He looked like a comic book villain.
To me, this is just a guy who's been living hard and he was gone for 12 years. And he finally did an interview with David Faraday, a Live,
Okay.
Wasn't that long ago. He even began to hit golf balls. I'm fine. I mean, I'm happy that but I just get this. He looks terrible. He says he didn't totally go into everything, but he had a back fusion. People took advantage of him. He was around some bad people. You're 24 years old.
He's a partier.
You don't realize the snakes that are living under your roof.
He's a partier. In that age, the snakes bite different, right? You're not used to the snakes when you're that age. You don't recognize the snakes. They make a bigger impact because you don't have as much. And so
he said, I know public perception is that I took this money and ran and decided, remember the insurance thing, and decided I was going to hang out. That wasn't the case. I had multiple surgeries in a few years. My body's not what it used to be. Shoulder, hand surgeries, as well as a spinal fusion. Has said he was in a dark place. He
had substance issues.
100%. I'm just telling you, if you look at this one picture of him, I mean, that does not look like
now a 2-foot walk. It used to be a 3-foot walk.
Yeah, it does not look like a guy who's lived a healthy lifestyle. That's all I'm saying. He just looks beat up to me. He looks terrible. He's aged. Yeah. 45. So anyway, Joe Yu's on the
hard living. He looks 45 for sure.
Joe Yu's on the phone. Let's get him in here real quick. Joe Yu, good morning.
Based on what y'all said, don't you have support for NC State? I mean, don't you want a Cinderella?
You do. I guess what I'm saying is, and what I just said, by the way, will be belied when I watch the game Saturday. I will naturally end up rooting for Alabama and NC State. I pull for the underdogs if I don't have a dog in the fight. But what I'm saying is, the offshoot of that is, if we do get this final, this is
a heavyweight.
A heavyweight one that you don't always get. That's what I meant.
Except for Purdue always chokes.
Now they don't. Now they've had a good run here. They beat good teams and they're into the Final Four and rolling. And I think they'll go to the championship game. So,
yeah, I think they'll beat underdog. I think everybody will pull for them because UConn's killing everybody. They'll be 40-point favorites.
I think we're learning too. Zach Edey's a little more likable than you would think. Usually those big guys are like, they grunt at you, but he's well spoken. And I saw something cool
on campus from what I saw.
When I saw something the other day, he took his piece of net and he gave it to Gene Cady, who was there at the game. It's just
class act move right there.
Yeah, he's classy dude.
Cool. Hey, last night, rarely does the hype that gets built up upon things live up to it. I thought that first half was off the chain, bro. Even if you don't like women's sports, whatever. That was a great, frenetic-paced basketball game. If you like basketball.
Well, for women's basketball, it was you're right. It was about as exciting and high scoring.
No. Period,
what do you mean,
bro? It was basketball.
Joe, it's not my civic. I don't have Joe. I don't have a civic responsibility. I'm not a bad person if I recognize the difference in different sports and like some more than the other. I mean, that's
fine.
That's it. No, hold on a second. But there's an insinuation. Hold on a second, Joe. Hold on. It's a dangerous insinuation to act like it's anything other than that. The women's basketball and men's basketball may as well be soccer and tennis. They're two different games. 100%.
True.
Yeah.
True. What I said is if you like basketball, You don't listen to what I say, bro.
No. And I say that if you like women's basketball. I stand by that.
Basketball, and we can disagree and not be disagreeable about it. If you like basketball, period, is what I'm saying. That was a very well played, frenetically paced, fundamentally sound, great basketball game. It doesn't need to be qualified with a women's. And I'm not trying to make any. This ain't a political thing, bro. I think when people talk about this in the popular culture now, everything is such right versus left or this, that.
There's nothing political about it.
As a sports fan.
I'm not saying as a sports fan, Joe, I'm saying that you have been politicalized to it and you just don't realize it. And that's fine.
That's not true.
What sports, Joe, would you watch golf if they missed every third 3-foot putt?
No.
Would you watch football if they fumble 2 out of every 5 times in the goal line? Do you watch the play in the lane in a women's basketball game? Do you watch how it bogs down and shuts down and the girls fall off balance and throw balls up that don't hit anything? Do you not? I mean, I'm not being mean. It's part of the game.
You're not. What I'm saying is the frenetic pace of that game.
Okay.
Did you see the spin move the chick went to the hole? That would have worked against anybody. That's not just a women's basketball.
Joe, and again, what I'm saying is, I don't give extra credit as a sports fan. I don't take extra enjoyment out of seeing a woman do a spin move that I see 51 times in the first quarter of an NBA game. I just don't know what I don't know what you're asking me. I love when people love sports. I like women's basketball for what it is. I need a night last night to really get into it and watch it, and I did. And I'm fine if you like it.
That's true.
But I do feel like I feel like there's a
games, but that was big. That was just a good game. It was popular. I think in the past, if you look at and this is popular culture. Look at how many in the past I talked about Angela Reese versus. Look at Edie's Twitter or Instagram followers and Angela Reese's. They're not even close, bro.
What does that have to do? What's your point?
The popularity. I'm talking about the popularity of the game.
First and second, the first 2 rounds of the men's tournament averaged 9.8 million. The first 2 rounds of the women's averaged 880,000. So you can.
I'm talking about these games, not all the.
All right, we're done. I'm done.
I can't do
up
it
against
anymore.
it. I appreciate the call. This is the drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Here's 1010XL's new lineup.
We're sending you back to the future.
Buckle up. Dan and Jeff in the morning. Mike and Tony 10 to noon. Mia, Lauren and Taylor noon to 2. Joe, Matt and Leon 2 to 4. Frank and Hayes 4 to 6. And Rick and Hacker in the evening.
We invite you now to listen.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com. And let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
It's time, basketball bettors. March Mania. We got a few games to go. Hicken here to tell you about BetUS.com. I endorse one sportsbook and casino. That's BetUS. They've been driving to the hoop for 30 years. This year, BetUS has an epic three-pointer for you. 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. Yeah, 125% sign-up bonus, first 3 deposits, plus 10% gambler's insurance. Get started. Visit BetUS.com or give them a call, 1-800-MY-BETUS. BetUS. It's where the game begins.
Men, are you suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? The medical providers at Prime Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. 98% of men see instant results on their first office visit. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz.
Prime Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments that eliminate ED and PE. Men are even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
But that's not all. For a limited time only, call Prime Men's Medical Center now, and your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 904-664-8217. 904-664-8217. That's 904-664-8217.
If you're an experienced, skilled plumber or welder that's MedGas certified and you're tired of working for a company that just doesn't treat you right, Local 234 is the place for you. Their pay is the best in the business. You'll walk away with $35.09 an hour in your pocket. With benefits, that's just over $50 an hour. Local 234 has been around since 1901, and that means something. Visit UA234.com to send your resume. Local 234. Make the right connection.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
This is Hayes Carline for QC Kinetics. The future of medicine is here at QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. If you're tired of achy joints, if your joint pain is keeping you from doing what you love, you need to call QC Kinetics now. They've got 2 great locations. Call for a free consultation at 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. And go see them. Mandarin and Ponte Vedra. You can get in. They've got availability. You need to give them a call. Stop dealing with pain in your hips and your shoulders and your knees. Steroids, surgery, drugs, these are no longer your best options. Regenerative medicine at QC Kinetics is transforming lives with innovative treatments that deliver lasting results. Give QC Kinetics a call today. Again, 904-274-5522. Go see them in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra. That's QC Kinetics.
Winning is more than fun. 1010XL.
Attention veterans, if you have a VA loan, you need to listen to this, especially if your current rate is higher than 6.5%. Now is the time to take advantage of the federal government's VA Streamlined Refinance Program. With my friends at Loan Pronto, you can. Go to loanpronto.com. Prosser here, and Loan Pronto has fixed rate APRs in the 5s. You can drop your rate now. Lower your payment with no income documentation and no appraisal. Do it at loanpronto.com. Their all-digital platform makes it easy. They can even cover your closing costs. If you need cash now, Loan Pronto can get you up to 100% of your home value. You can pay off all your credit cards or other debt and save as much as $1,000 a month. Call Loan Pronto now at 904-999-1508 or get a 30-second rate quote at loanpronto.com. Ask about streamlined VA loans, no income doc, and no appraisal. Loan Pronto, 999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Sharks are home this weekend, and that means we're here to help. E, are you telling me you got ticks?
Yeah, boy, I got a family 4-pack of tickets.
Oh, 4-pack.
Yeah, the Jacksonville Sharks are home this week, and they take on the last year's champions. So it's champion on champion, and the Sharks, they 0-2, so they need y'all. Pull up. So whenever you hear this, hit my line, and I'm going to have a family 4-pack of tickets for you. Come on, somebody.
You know, I've been told this numerous times, and I was reminded this again. In certain religions, there is no hell. You just reincarnate as a Mets fan.
Seems that way.
I feel like that's what's happening to me again this year. But I digress. I love New York, and with that said, I'd rather do New York City headlines.
Oh, start spreading the news. Headlines so outrageous, they have to be true. Brought to you by Pet Paradise. You want truth?
very best in all your pet care, providing in all that you need. PetParadise.com.
Prince William and Kate have asked Harry and Meghan to bring the children to visit.
I don't understand why anyone cares what the princes and princesses and kings and queens of England think or do.
Student from New Jersey found dead in Bucknell University frat house just weeks away from graduation.
Oof. That's college. I mean, it's scary to be a parent.
Shameless, Saddam Hussein's granddaughter emerges from exile at Cartier Dubai Bash.
Shameless because she's related to the. I don't know what, like, the family tree, what flows into guilt and innocence with that whole thing, but probably being a Saddam relative, not the best, like, resume patter.
New York inmates are suing to watch the solar eclipse after state orders prisons locked down.
Hey, prisoners. I mean, maybe food or something I'll buy, but no.
Speaking of, New Yorkers are dishing out as much as $37.50 on private jets to see solar eclipse above the clouds.
People
then come back home.
I think we're just we're de-evolving as a species. You understand that? De-evolution is underway.
London calling. Here's why Paris Hilton never shows her daughter on social media.
Among the things I have no interest in seeing, Paris Hilton's daughter. So, good move by me.
Gotta hand it to him. I had a handy tattoo idea to help measure things, and it turned out so cool.
In other words, they put like a line on their arm or something that is I'm guessing a hand.
Yes, a measuring stick.
Again, the idiocracy. It's called a piece of paper, Cat. Feel free to get one. Or a ruler, maybe? I don't know.
I got you, brother. Moment, terrified man rescued by helicopter from cliffside after fall.
There are a lot of, like, situations of peril you can be in. Hanging onto a cliffside has to be near the top.
Ashton Kutcher reportedly fears being drawn into investigation of longtime friend Pig Diddy.
It's pretty clear there are too many celebrities and people in power that like little children, and it's just so beyond gross. And what's the holdup here? Let's get some arrests and put some people in jail.
Maritime menace police sink East Bay pirates after seafaring bandits terrorize houseboats, yachts, and iconic San Fran waterfront.
I mean,
I like that.
I give you credit, man. It's 2024. You still think you can do some pirating. I mean, you never grew up, kid.
Angie Harmon accuses Instacart delivery driver of shooting and killing her dog.
Hey, Instacart, how about some job standards?
Last survivor of Japanese attack on USS Arizona in Pearl Harbor dies at 102.
So he's 20. You know, he's 20, 80 years ago now. Gosh, it's hard to believe there's someone. The one that's scary is, like, I just saw somebody that was like a son of, like, a president just died in, like, the 1800s. Something.
Mass exodus. 4 New York City boroughs lost more people since COVID than 40 of the largest U.S. counties.
Well, here's what's happened, too. A lot of people have left those places and decided, hey, I think I like it here better. And they've stayed in our state, Texas, among the ones that have gotten the most.
There's some of the New York City headlines.
Yeah. So if you're here visiting from New York and you see, I don't know, a clown at the corner of South Side and Beach, or, you know, some guy running down the road with milk and a honey bun, that'd be me. Don't be alarmed.
Beyonce goes full Cowboy Carter and Versace leather at iHeartRadio Music Awards.
You
may want to check that out.
Okay. Oh, you know I'm going to check that out. He bodied.
That's just and also Wild Bunch. Giselle takes a risk in plunging leopard print suit with cutouts.
Bunch getting risque?
Bunch getting a little risque.
Okay.
Y'all have fun with that. We'll come back. Put a wrap on the
By
show.
the way, Spider-Man's hanging out with a professional witch.
Again, you can't keep going. That's all you have time for. You're not allowed to throw them in there. You're breaking your own rules.
Honorable mention.
It's a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday on The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Don't just watch the position, learn the position.
Denny Thompson is the quarterback whisperer, and he knows.
We invite you into the lab so that you can truly learn the quarterback position.
Friday mornings on The Drill, brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security and George Moore Chevrolet on 1010XL.
What makes a Honda certified pre-owned vehicle so special? 182-point inspection, 24/7 roadside assistance, first-year free oil changes, and a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty for carefree driving backed by American Honda. Visit your local Honda dealer today.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. You've heard us talk about it. Window World, the #1 window replacement company in the USA, selling over 1 million windows each year for the past 8 years.
That's a lot of satisfied customers and why J.D. Powers has awarded Window World Best in Customer Satisfaction 3 out of 4 years.
Window World stands behind their slogan, simply the best for less. With Window World, you get top quality windows at a price that leaves more of your money in your bank account, and you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement industry. When compared to our competition, there is none. See for yourself. Call the competition. Get quotes from them. But before you buy, get Window World's free estimate and compare the quality of the windows and the price.
You'll see.
And when your new Window World windows are installed and they're saving you money on your energy bills, if anything goes wrong with those windows, Window World and I will be there to make it right. That's my guarantee.
Call Window World today. Start saving money on your new windows and your energy bills and take vacation with your savings. Window World, online at windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors and siding.
Yo, E to the T here, and if you're still in the market for a sportsbook to call home, bet that non-stop action of the madness with MyBookie. MyBookie is your one-stop shop for all your sports betting and casino needs, complete with that Vegas life experience right from that cellular device of yours, my boy. Take your viewing experience to the next level with real-time live betting that lets you stream and bet the games right from the website. Sign up now and take advantage of the generous welcome bonus on your first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Put in 2, get back 3. Ready to play instantly using promo code 1010XL. And the fun don't stop there. You'll get up-to-the-minute odds, props, and this week's expert predictions to help you decide where to put that cash at. And the best part about MyBookie, you can bet anything, anytime, anywhere. And don't forget that promo code 1010XL. Come on, somebody.
Bolt City Heating and Air is truly a family-owned and operated local company and treats all customers like family. Don't be fooled by the out-of-towners, equity firms, and national corporations that use local names. There's one name you can trust when it comes to your home's AC cooling system. Bolt City Heating and Air. Jacksonville grown and entirely loyal to this community. Don't wait until it's too late. Schedule your summer maintenance now by visiting BoltCityAC.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Any adventure, any task, anytime. There's a CF Moto Utility ATV or UTV for any rider. See the full lineup at Ride Now Beach Boulevard. Venture seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the C-Force lineup. For the ultimate in UTV performance, check out the Z-Force 950. Find your utility ATV at Ride Now Beach Boulevard or online at cfmotousa.com. ATVs are recommended for the use only by riders age 16 years and older. ATVs can be hazardous to operate. CF Moto recommends approved training course for safety and training information.
This Day in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On April 2nd, 2003, Alex Rodriguez becomes the youngest MLB player to hit 300 home runs at 27 years old while on the Texas Rangers.
Hi, everybody. Mike Dempsey here for Awaken 180. Let's talk about results. It's now been 6 months since dropping 25 pounds with Awaken 180, and I haven't put a pound back on. Find your results and then receive free support for life online at Awaken180weightloss.com.
Leon Searcy here, Jaguar legend and 3-time national champion. Are you ready to elevate your game and dominate on the gridiron? Our elite offensive line camp is designed for young athletes who aspire to push their limits, refine their skills, and become the very best. It's called the Lineman Life. Sunday, April 14th, D1 training on Beach Boulevard. Whether you are aiming to make a starting lineup or a college scholarship, this camp is for you. Spots are limited, so secure your spot now. Go to eventbrite.com, the Lineman Life offensive line camp. Enter promo code 1010 and get $25 off. Greatness awaits.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. In today's world of retail, how has a store like Underwoods stayed viable against the big national stores?
Frank, that's a question with a direct answer. At Underwoods, we've never aspired to be the biggest. What we've always tried to do is be the best. When you take this approach, there's some things that come to mind immediately, like fine quality merchandise bought by buyers that are experts, high levels of service delivered by a staff that are helpful and know what they're doing. Then there's some things that people don't really think about at all, like the finer a gem, the more rare it is. And these gems are not mass producible because they were made by God millions of years ago. Because of that, there just aren't enough of these for the big multi-store retailers to buy and put into their merchandising schemes. So at Underwood's, we buy these finer, rarer gems and create jewelry pieces that the people in Jacksonville expect out of us.
When you want the best, it's Underwood's. Underwood Jewelers in San Marco, in Avondale, and at the shops of Ponte Vedra.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Hey, we're back. Getting ready to hand off to the boys from Jaguars today. Mike and Tony getting ready for a 2-hour extravaganza. Tony, good morning.
Good morning.
What do you got warming up today?
We will check in with Demetrius Harvey in the second hour of the program this morning as we're, under 4 weeks away from the NFL draft.
We are.
We're creeping up on this thing.
We're like 23 days, right?
Yeah. Until the first round of the draft. And our question of the day today, it's Tuesday, so we're doing our top 5. And this week's top 5, who are the 5 Jaguars draft picks that you were most wrong about over the years?
Matt Jones is in there for me.
Okay.
Maybe definitely one of them. I was dead wrong about Matt Jones. I always remember sitting there going, well, if we don't take him, I know Pittsburgh will. And Pittsburgh always takes those guys and turns them into good players. And maybe it was the culture. Maybe I don't know what it was, but it didn't.
I thought Joko would be good. Big, All-American. I think Tony liked him pretty much coming in, He was established as that guy. I thought we were lucky that he felt it was a 2, that they took the other guy.
I used to be excited when they picked Gators. Now I'm embarrassed.
And we did include in the question this morning, it can be either way, right? Like it can be the guy that you had high hopes for and they turned into nothing, or someone that you had no hopes for. Or thought they weren't going to be any good, and they turned out to be fine.
I think Bobby McRae and Rob Meyer were good football players, picked very late, 6-7 round guys. So, that's good. That's a good question. I like that. That can make you think a little bit, and we're able to go all the way back to 95 and think of those guys way back when.
Yeah.
So
it's been fun this morning just with the responses we've gotten already.
And some names in there that you go,
Well, if we've got 25 names, I think maybe one of them was on my list of 5.
Yeah, see?
Right? And it's like the list is so personal. It's what you expected out of a player.
Yeah.
Not what everyone expected out of a player. So you feel about the way you feel about it. I didn't feel the same way when they drafted Blake Bortles as apparently a lot of the fan base did. I was like, ugh, I hope that works.
Yeah.
That was my thought at the time they made the pick. So that one didn't disappoint me. It was like, it turned out to be about what I thought it was going to be.
Justin Blackmon. That's a good one because he had all the talent. That guy could have been a 1.
Oh,
he just had.
Reggie
Nelson. In a short time, some monster games, and just that's disappointing for a variety of reasons.
That's RFN to you, E. Say it correctly. Shout out to Reggie.
He was good. The Jags made the mistake on that one.
Right.
Reggie Nelson's a guy you just put 20 yards back and say go to the ball. If he did that, he would have been fine. That was his style. That was the way he played. So.
Sure.
What was that? I do remember one time sitting in the television studio office screaming out, "Ah!" when they took Brian Anger. And it wasn't that Russell Wilson was there. It wasn't that because we always go to that. No.
Early for a punter.
Just taking a punter.
Yeah, we talked about that one a lot.
Was he like a
yesterday.
third rounder?
Third rounder. We took a punter in round 3.
Freaking round.
Yeah, because yesterday we were talking what was the most foolish draft pick the team has ever made. And I do think Anger has as good an argument as anybody.
You can't draft a punter in round 3. Ever.
Still in the league, by the way.
Yeah, and he's a good punter. But guess what? It
was a day after they drafted Blackman.
There's also about 20 other good punters.
Yeah.
Too easy to find.
I remember thinking I was really do you remember who they took after Blackman? Who was the second round pick?
Was that
look at that real quick.
It was that not Khalif Barnes?
Because I remember
did they give up the second round pick to
what year is that?
Maybe
to get him.
I just remember being happy with what the Jags had done and then hearing Brian Anger and go, "Why? Why do you do this to me? Why?"
Yeah, I remember where I was.
Yeah, I was.
I was out in public somewhere.
Andre Branch.
They were drafting that night.
Windmill Wisdom.
Branch,
I liked him. I liked him at the time. He wasn't, he didn't turn out to be great, but I liked it was Blackman and Branch. Is that who they had before Anger the Banger?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, man, I remember thinking I was happy with what.
So good, they just went ahead and went punter.
Yeah,
we good. They said.
Blackman, Branch,
the fan base
Anger,
couldn't have
Brandon
been
Marshall.
any more on fire.
Yeah.
You know, that whole day after the Blackman, like there were the audio from down there at the town center where they were doing the party, and everyone went absolutely bananas.
Oh, yeah.
Right when they made the move up to go get Blackman, and then the next day it took 24 hours for the team to dash it.
Not only did they take Brian Anger in the third round, they took him number 70 overall. He's at the top of them. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's 8 picks deep.
He's a weapon
in the third round.
Starter.
After him, Russell Wilson
got
went.
a weapon.
Pro Bowler Demario Davis went. Pro Bowler T.Y. Hilton. Lamar. Just play Kirk Cousins. Round 4 of that draft. I'm looking at a bunch of guys. I'm just picking one here or there. Josh
there are a
Norman,
lot of
the
mistakes
corner.
that Trent Baalke would make, but bypassing the opportunity to take an inside linebacker in the third round for a punter, I don't think would be.
We took Chad Moon with 70th overall.
DeMario Douglas.
I will say this,
guy.
it's more acceptable to me in today's day and age to use a late pick on a kicker. You know, but better be 6th or 7th round.
Yeah.
And I think they will this year. I think they're going to take kicker, and it may be round 4 or 5. So that will be.
Don't do that.
Or go
heads
sign
up.
that kid who can hit him from 70 in the USFL.
Don't do that.
Heads up.
Yeah.
Do not do that. If they do that, what heads up? What do you mean?
They will.
No,
they don't have a kicker.
They're
They
not
will
that
draft
dumb.
a kicker if they
They
don't
have
sign
two
one.
kickers.
Huh?
Don't they have kickers?
Come
yeah,
on.
Joey Sly and
that's going to work well.
And Riley's back.
Yeah. We're good at kicker. Yeah. We're bringing
Thank
back
you,
a guy
Tony.
that we got rid of for no
Have a great
reason.
show.
That's how we balance our kicking. We bring back a guy we got rid of for no reason. I'm done. Jaguars today is coming up next. It's been a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday on the Drill. Sly Nation, baby. Sly Nation.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.